is a shake and bake colony located on the moon LV-426, established in 2157. The colony is a terraforming, research and mining facility and a new home to its pioneers. By 2179, there are 158 colonists there, and the first natives of LV-426 have been born. The giant processes are changing the atmosphere, now breathable but still choked by dense clouds and racked by electrical storms. The sky is always gloomy, more like night than day. Even when the sun is above the horizon, it's often hidden behind the giant form of Calpamos LV-26's parent planet. Some said building the colony was unwise. The moon hadn't even been mapped in 2157. The weather could make life a constant struggle, and the violent geology has made it feel as if the world doesn't even want anybody there. Yet someone at Weyland-Yutani allocated the budget and gave the green light, and so Hadley's Hope was founded. Supervisor Al Simpson got stuck into the job, and the colonists soon learned to live with LV-426's quirks. It wasn't long before they were making a success of this most unlikely of colonies. Right. So, what's the story? So, Hadley's Hope was jointly funded by Weyland-Yutani and the United Americas, and has a them and us feel to it. With any visiting corporate folk looking down their noses at the colony's labourers. Despite this, the colony has been developing well. There's opportunity aplenty, and risks aplenty too. 4 days ago, a wildcatter named Russ Jordan was brought back from an expedition infected with something. He died, and some snake-like parasite disappeared into the guts of the base. Securities had no luck catching the thing, and somehow more people have been infected. Rumour has it that some more people have died, and that there are more of these snake-like things than the supervisor is letting on. Simpson has been speaking over the intercoms, calling for calm, but crisis or not, you've still got a job to do. 24 hours ago, you headed out on a maintenance run to Processor 9, which is one of the satellite atmospheric processors. Happy to leave the base until the crisis blows over. 10 kilometres out, Singleton's tractor gave up the ghost. A nasty, mechanical crunch that told you it wasn't going any further. Calls back to Hadley's Hope got you a cursory response. You're told to wait, and they get to your little problem when they had the time. While you waited, you got to talking about the crisis and the Weyland-Yutani corporate shuttle that arrived before you left. The shuttle carried an inspection team led by company agent Miranda Reynolds and her chief scientist Theodora Komisky. Sig relayed something he'd overheard, a hushed conversation about the shuttle being quickly and quietly readied for departure. Reynolds and Komisky are likely the only two who can authorise its use, and the only two with access keycards needed to use it. So, at this point, I suppose it would be a good, you can introduce your characters and give as much information, if you want to give out as much information as you want. Like I said, do not reveal anything about your personal agendas, though. So, who wants to go first? John?
I can do. I am Morgan Hirsch. I am the cleaner on the base, and I've been here right from the beginning. I'm quite a quiet person. I get on with my job. Sig, who knows me best, he will know I'm quite religious. And he will also know that I'm ex-army. And that's it.
Okay. So, Singleton?
Yeah, I'm Hannah Singleton. I am the tractor driver that just seems to have packed in while we're stuck out here waiting for someone to bother and come and sort out this mess. I mean, I like life hard. I'm there to get to the top. You know, I'm a driven person, and I'll step on your toes if I need to.
Okay, Sig. Sig.
Right. Oh, yeah. So Sig is Sig's a chap in his early middle age, a lab technician who's been working at the base, mainly testing geological samples and things like that related to the main activities of the colony. The loves his job. Really loves his job as a lab technician, and hopes to be able to move on to bigger, better things in the future. Move on beyond the colony. However, this inspection team that's arrived, they really just showed Sig with contempt and not really bothered about anything he's got to say to the colony. Makes you think they might be there for some other reason. Gets on well with Hirsch, who's open-minded. But McWhirr, less so. That's someone who kind of, it's like they think they own the place. And also Sig. So Sig's got less time for that, but likes the job. Just wants to be able to get on with it and move on somewhere else beyond this dingy planet.
Okay, and finally, Holroyd.
Holroyd is not your typical roughneck, not what you come to expect from roughnecks. He's very quiet, very withdrawn. Seems happiest when he's working. Nobody's ever seen him drink alcohol before. That's not his thing. Perhaps some sort of incident with alcohol caused his current speech impediment of stuttering every now and then. Kind of keeps to himself, minds his own business, and just gets the work done. And he'll look towards Hannah and say, "I suppose I'm gonna have to go out and fix whatever you broke now, I guess." And goes in the back and starts rummaging for tools.
Okay. And finally, we got the Janice McWhirr, who is the colonial administration for the union organisers. So she's basically organises all the. She's responsible for organising all the workers here on LV 426. She takes the responsibilities really seriously, and she expects the same of all the workers, and she makes sure they know it as well. She's quite vocal about her dislike of Weyland-Yutani. Constantly complain about breathing down her neck, particularly when she feels that she's not getting 100% from the workforce. So at best, she gets on best with Singleton, but Hirsch's attitude tends to rub her up the wrong way, and there's always constantly confrontation. So I shall be taking McWhirr's role for now, until she becomes until somebody falls by the wayside at least. Right.
He has an accident.
Yeah.
A kinder
Slip in the
GM
shower.
would have said, "In case."
Right. Okay. So, despite your best attempts, there's just the tractor's going nowhere. And an entire day passes, and you still can't get any satisfactory response back from the colony. All your attempts to contact him have just been met with static or just no response at all. Till eventually you resign yourselves to the fact that your only option is to walk back. You're about 10 kilometers out, so it's not far, but it's going to be a hard walk in your suits and the environment. So you're setting off back, like I say, with the suits, the terrain, the weather. 10 kilometers takes you a good 4 or 5 hours, and it's absolutely exhausting. Till you, to top it off, when you finally make it reach the north gate of the colony, the whole damn place has gone into lockdown, and the only working entrance you can find on the entire complex is the Old West airlock. So let's move there.
Can we attempt some sort of Comtech roll to kind of say, hey, why are you locking us out? Why would this place be on lockdown? I mean, well,
So any attempts, like again using the comms on the exterior doors, it just brings up. There's no response. All you get is static. So
Holroyd, you getting anything?
you know, I blame it on the other techs. They never seemed very confident and competent in their work. It's almost like Hadley's Hope would just take anybody that applied to get in. That no discriminating, no discrimination on talent and skill. It just seems like they accepted anybody. I'm not surprised.
I know. Look, God damn it! Look at we got Jesus Hirsch on his bloody team. Look at the state of him.
Hey, Hirsch is okay. I think you got Hirsch all wrong.
Stop sucking up to him, all right. The guy's
cool.
a prick.
He's one of the better guys out here. If you take a look at everything else that everybody's gotta work with here, Hirsch is pretty cool. You got him wrong. I'm telling you. Give him a chance.
Yeah, we'll see. You're a prick, aren't you, Hirsch?
I was going to say, and then I will come over. I'll just ignore you.
So just
everybody.
Are we stuck? Are we going in? What's the delay?
So can you see the map ahead of you?
Yeah.
You can. Right. That's okay. I just need to make a slight adjustment to my thing then.
I just wanted to give you some shit, Hirsch, before we get in there.
You should lay off him.
Yeah, would. Can't be bothered.
It's okay, Sig.
Is you bothered?
Look after myself.
The tractor would have worked.
We getting this door open or what? Or we're just going to stand out here freezing his asses off?
Look, so opening this door, I'm assuming it's heavy machinery, yeah?
No, this door's functioning, so it's the only door that you can get in through.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just having issues with the map not showing up on the play of it on the Twitch. There we go. There it is. It's showing up now.
I haven't got the map on the Foundry.
You haven't?
Come up for me. No.
Oh, you have not.
Just see the door.
It's not pulled you on over yet. Just a minute, John. I'll pull you over. For some reason, it's pulled you onto. It's not pulled you onto the scene. If it don't pull you over, you'll just have to reload Foundry.
I mean, I know the base like the back of my hand. I mean, I've cleaned every inch of it.
And what a shitty job you do too.
Let me know if it don't load up for you, John. If it's not pulling you over still. Right. So away from the main body of the base, there's no noise here, except the soft hum of the colony and the distant squeal of the wind outside. This room, the old West Lock, it's quite big. There's metal benches and mesh framed lockers line the walls. The lighting here is on the fritz a bit, and it's quite dim, and the place is dusty, and there's a quite musty from disuse.
Cool.
I don't know what holiday people think this is, but this place is pretty quiet. I think we should find out why the comms are down. See what we can
Let's get
do.
in there and find a panel.
Okay, so
Okay, I'll get to it. I'll go. I assume there's a panel here, so
there's
I'll,
there's
try the
a
internal comms.
yeah. So down, so the I'll point out some of the icons. Some of the icons. So the you can see icons on the map there, and the one that looks like a calculator, that's that's console. The one, the circle with the 4 dots, that's a intercom.
Yeah, we've not got a
Okay.
map either at the moment, Phil. I can just see like a black screen and a tiny little door symbol.
Oh, right. Anybody else see the map?
Oh, yeah, I see the map. It's on the background. Maybe
See the
try
map?
zooming out a
Well,
bit.
No.
I've just got game paused and black screen.
oh, just wait. There's. Oh no.
You know what? Try scrolling your mouse wheel down a bit.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
Maybe you're in a blank bit of it.
Okay.
Oh.
got no map.
No.
Yeah, I can even move the character.
No. I can move my character.
Should be able to see the map. Just check the tokens. Vision. Yep, should have vision.
To log out, log back in.
I would try that, yeah.
Just press escape, you said, didn't you?
Check the lighting level of the map. Yep, it's got light. Yeah, everything's all settings are right. Yep.
No. Nothing.
That's not a good start.
No.
So what can you see? You can see nothing at all. It's just a black screen.
Yeah, and I've got like I've got a tractor. I can see.
You can see
There's
the
like
tractor
a-
outside.
I can see a trail for a tractor.
Oh, I'm in. I can see it now. I escaped and then came back.
Right, so you can see the map now, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you tried that? Have you tried restarting, Andy?
Yeah, I've just done it. I've done it a couple of times. I'll log back out.
Yeah, it's. I can't see any reason why it shouldn't be showing up for your token.
Let me try it.
It's because they were being nasty to Hirsch.
That's it. Yeah, giving Ursh some grief straight out of gate. That was just a warmer.
I take it your character doesn't like my character.
Maybe not.
I'm a good
shall
guy.
Shall we push on while you're trying to sort that
It's all
out?
about the job.
Okay, so like I said, there's an intercoms and a access console halfway down the corridor. You can also hear the an announcement coming over the intercom, over the speakers. It's quite distorted with static, but as you move down, if you move down the hallway, you should be able to hear it a bit clearer. It should actually play. I'm not sure unless we've got more technical problems.
Yeah.
Can hear it?
Yeah.
I'll just turn my ambient down. So let's use the com. So that's all we're getting. Can I try to key through to the command complex or whatever it is?
Yep.
It sounds automated. Is there actually anybody there?
Okay, so this emergency message plays for loops for 3 or 4 times, and then it just suddenly cuts off. And as you start tapping away at the keyboard, in that sudden silence that surrounds you all, you hear a distant gunshot, and then a agonised, drawn-out scream that's suddenly cut off. It seems to echo up and down the ventilation ducts. Right. Also, at that point, while you're tapping away on the keyboard, the screen, although your attempts to raise anybody bear no fruit, the screen flashes up, and
This is for the maintenance team.
one moment. Should hopefully, unless this doesn't work either, you should be able to see a message.
Okay, where would that
This
be?
is for the maintenance team.
In the.
I've keyed this recording.
So it
to
should
your
be, if it doesn't
PDT,
pop up on the
so
screen, it'll be in the
it should show
journal.
up as soon as you arrive back at the colony.
Hey.
In the last 24 hours, the situation has gotten a lot worse. Those
Video
things
message. Ooh.
are everywhere. And some of them are a lot bigger. I don't have much time. We're all going to head down to the vehicle maintenance garage in the sub-level. The colonial marshal and the deputies think that they can barricade it off and from the rest of the complex. This is for the maintenance team. I've keyed this recording to your PDT, so it should show up as soon as you arrive back at the colony. Okay. In the last 24 hours, the situation has gotten a lot worse. Those things are everywhere. And some of them are a lot bigger. Hold on. I don't have much time. We're all going to head down to the vehicle maintenance garage in the sub-level. The colonial marshal and the deputies think that they can barricade it off.
Anybody see the journal entry?
Hold out there.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
I ain't got anything.
The inspection team, the company inspection team, came from that shuttle from 2 days ago. Miranda Reynolds and her bunch. I think they're behind all of this. They have prepped the shuttle for departure, but it's ground locked. I'm pretty sure Reynolds and her scientist buddy Comiskey are the only ones who have the key cards to lift the lock and access the shuttle. If you get this message, don't follow us. Don't come down to the maintenance garage. Get one of the key cards. Get to the shuttle and get out. I'm pretty sure that Reynolds is still holed up in her office in Block C2. Comiskey. Is he still
What
over
the
there in
fuck was
Manhattan?
that?
Sig, what did you make of that message?
It sounds like everything has gone to shit.
Yeah. Holroyd?
I don't know. I can only imagine that somebody's drinking too much. This doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
I never touch the stuff myself, but man,
What about you, McWeir?
these can do space and alcohol. They don't mix.
This is down to that Whale and Newtonian lot. We need to. I reckon we go up there, get up to the offices and find them, and find out what the hell's going off.
Yeah, agreed.
If Simpson says not to go down there, I'm not. I'm not going to go against him.
Maybe we just find like who's in charge now. What the latest directives are, because something's way off. They're telling us to head. I garbled. I couldn't even make it out. Where are we? Where do they want us to head?
Nowhere. They gave us nothing. Nothing. Just get these cards and that's the way to go.
Probably hold out in our, probably just hold out until in our residences.
All right. I don't think anywhere's safe. I don't think anywhere's safe. That's what that sounded like. They're hiding in a garage at the bottom of the colony. They don't want us to go there. It's not safe. So where is?
It might not be safe, Sig, but that's where the key cards are. We need them cards.
Is it? Is it? They said don't follow us. He said don't follow us.
The Whalen-Yutani officers have got the key cards. That's what Simpson said. Says anyway, that message is a recorded message. We don't know how old that message is.
Well, there's only so many places these people can hide in here, and there's only so many places we can go. So we pick one and we start there.
So yeah, the message, if you didn't catch it, so the one of the so Reynolds, I think it is Simpson said that Reynolds was in the corporate offices on the second floor of C block, and Kaminsky will be in E block or B block.
McGuire looks like that's where we're going.
I don't know. I don't know what Reynolds or Kaminsky has anything to do with us or this station. Like I said, probably just
Dude, they own the bloody place.
Look, Holroyd.
Look,
Simpson said we need to go. We need to get the keys. He said specifically said not to go down there. You crazy?
Look, just pick a goddamn way.
Oh, what? Who's in charge?
Well, we can all stand here pissing about, complaining about where we shouldn't go, or we can just go somewhere. But going nowhere, getting us off this shithole.
Right.
Well, let's go to the command stations then. Command stations is where everything will happen. The ship, the colony, we'll be able to tell what's going on from there.
You know the place better than anyone. You should lead us.
Yeah,
way.
well, you're right.
Oop.
The offices are on very good.
So,
command, yeah, command is just it's upstairs on level 2 around B block. Why don't we just there's a staircase here. We could just go up. I don't know if I trust the lifts. Maybe we just head up the staircase and go to command.
Let's do the stairs.
okay.
Why don't you trust the lifts? What's wrong with the lifts?
Who likes
You
a
know
lift?
the tender fire briefings.
Well, if there's a lift close by, we could take the lift. It's we have a staircase right here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. Is it any lift close by? No, there's no lift close by this area.
No. I just carry on walking, and I just walk to end the corridor.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of the lady's legs, saving the lady's legs.
So with
I turned around to her.
so with moving about when you're exploring, you'll be going to what's called stealth mode. So it's not exactly what it sounds like. You're not stealthing about. It's just basically what they call the part of the game where you actually kind of keeping track of time.
Cool.
So I don't know if you might want to be sure that you're familiar with whatever equipment you're carrying as well, if you haven't already checked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
All
when
right.
I was
you
still wearing like environment gear.
well, presumably you've got out of those suits because they're really clumsy to move on. So presumably you've derobed and left them in the lockers in the lock.
Anything useful from that?
No, it's like I say, it's a disused lock, so airlock. So there's next to nothing in there. There's a few old drums of cleaning chemicals, and that's about it. Other thing about moving.
One of those.
So yeah. So other thing about moving, you can during a turn you can move two zones. So a zone is a corridor or it tends to be a corridor or a room.
Yeah.
So it's abstract. It doesn't really matter how big that is. I think it's up to 25 meters is considered a zone.
So,
So basically, this corridor you can see, the entire corridor as it runs around there, around the corner, will count as one zone, and then moving through a door into a room would count as entering a
Is another
second
one.
zone.
Yeah. Yeah. Right then, you guys. For God's sake, let's get a move on. I'm sick of pissing about here, deciding what's what. Right, get behind me. I've got a motion scanner, so I'm just gonna. If we see anything, we find anyone, then at least we can have a chat with them. Yeah, and find out what's going on in this shit show.
Okay, so motion scan, that brings another thing. So when you have to, you can use it once a turn, and when you use it, you have to make a power roll, a supply roll on your fucking character sheet. So basically, any panics it brings up will reduce the power level by that much.
Power. Yeah, that's
So
fine. I've just got it out in front of me. I'm not necessarily bothered about it yet.
Okay, so you're not actually using it at the moment then?
I'm not actually using it. I've just got it because there's nothing, we're in corridors. I sort of know these entrances anyway.
Yeah.
I don't really need to use it.
Okay, fair dues.
I'm just going to move down to T junction.
So yeah, how movement works is you all the players that you move 2 zones, and then if there's any NPCs, they move in secret behind after you've moved. Let's try and get it weird together. So there's 2 distinct movement phases.
Guys, while we're in these corridors, why don't you just chuck your head in the room, see if there's actually anybody in here just sleeping through this goddamn message or anything shit like that.
Haven't we just come past some stairs?
Yes. Yeah, I've walked past some stairs.
They're not the stairs what we want.
Not the stairs you're looking
for God's sake, man, you clean this place. You should know where the stairs are. Stop pissing about, wondering. You're getting amnesia.
We've just walked past them.
Jesus Christ, man. Of course we walked past some stairs.
If you don't want to go to command, we don't have to go to command, but let me know where you want to go.
I'm just following you. I'm just the cleaner.
Where can we get to from here?
I don't know.
Jesus, see what I mean?
Come on. Yeah, this just leads to the offices and stuff.
Fine.
Back to the stairs then, don't we?
Fine, let's go up the stairs then. Get up the stairs.
Jeez. I won't say that, but...
Okay, so you're heading back that way. So so as well as moving around, you can if you want to search areas, you can stop and it takes you spend a turn searching instead of moving. So like a turn, you can move 2 zones, or you can search an area, or stop to examine something, or something along them lines. Oops, leaving McWay behind. Oops, she's gone through the walls.
Come on, McWay, you don't want to be left behind with these assholes.
Okay, so you can make a observation roll. Just a group, so you're together as a group. So because you're together as a group, only one person makes the observation roll, and you can decide amongst you who that's going to be. Presumably, you pick the best.
Who's got best observation roll? Because I'm 0.
So if you've got 0 in a skill, you'll still each skill's tied to one of the 4 abilities. So you'll always get you'll always have something.
Yeah, it's 2, which is still terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so observation is wit plus the 2, so my total pool will be 6.
Oh, that's better than mine.
I like your chances best.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's roll it.
1 success.
What?
It's all right.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So, as you're heading up the stairs, you can hear like a skittering sound, almost like something scratching nails across metal, coming from one of the air ducts that runs up the staircase.
Think you hearing that?
Yeah, I hear that.
Cats?
Was this supposed to be some sort of snake or something? That didn't sound like a snake to me.
You know anyone who's got cats on this place?
Yeah, there's a couple of cats.
Yeah, it could have been one of them got in the air duct.
Okay.
No idea.
There's always something skittering around these places. Maybe somebody's dog or something got lost.
Well,
Yeah.
let's not hang around. Let's
Yeah. Anyway, we'll worry about that later.
go in.
Probably a goddamn cat. I'll make my way off. I'm not hanging around. I'll just make my way down the corridor.
If you're not remotely bothered about this,
Overlay, I think we should to command.
Yeah, it's let's see where command's just gonna be.
Okay, so the office on as you head down the corridor, the office on directly in front of you, that's Administrator Simpson's office.
Oh.
All right, I'll bang on the door. Hey, Simpson, are you in there?
Okay.
Simpson!
There's no response, but you can see through there's like a small little portal kind of a window in the door, and you can see the lights on inside the office.
Simpson, you sleeping one off again?
Okay, right. There's no response.
I'll try to open the door.
Okay, right. So most of the doors, apart from the airlocks, are kind of automatic doors. So you'll approach unless they've been locked, you kind of approach them and they'll open automatically, or they've just got a push button at the side. So you open up the door to Simpson's office, and Simpson's not here, but there's one of the Wayland Yutani reps sat in a chair sat in the desk chair facing away from the door. Seems to be sitting quietly, kind of heads down to one side, almost as if they're snoozing.
Hey, where's Simpson? We're here to see Simpson.
Okay, there's no response at that point. You notice your eyes drawn to the ventilation grill overhead. It's been battered. It's been smashed free, and the vent itself is twisted, almost as if something too big to be in there has forced its way out the space.
hey, Singleton, that looked like a cat to you.
I'll move forward to shake the person awake.
Simpson's always trying to get more air in here. He's always complaining that there's not enough air conditioning in his office.
It does smell a bit.
Really, the extent that he'll go to.
Smells a bit stuffy.
Okay, so let's bring my weirdo back up the back. Right, so you go. So Hirsch, you head over to the chair as you put your hand on the back of the chair, and the weight of the person sat in it causes it to spin slightly to the side, and you can see it's Reynolds, one of the Wayland Yutani officers, and a throat's been ripped out, and a front is just red with blood and gore. You can see.
Holy shit!
You can see underneath all the blood. You can see a lanyard with a security card on it.
I'll go. She's not
You
asleep.
so yeah, as Hirsch spin, as the chair spins around, everybody who bears witness to this, you get a stress level. You increase your stress by 1.
Okay. Yeah, Sig's gonna, unclick that card from the lanyard and lean forward and get that. I don't know about you, but I want out of this as soon as possible.
Okay.
That looked like any cat to you, Sig?
The big one.
Well, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you guys want to piss around talking about it and slack join around here? Get that card. Let's get what we need to do and get out of this shit show.
I don't know. Probably one of the roughnecks that had a spare X chromosome hanging around probably did something like this. Sad when one of my team goes crazy.
Do I know if Reynolds was religious?
You don't know. You don't know anything about the Weyland-Yutani. The two Weyland-Yutani officers that arrived on colony. They had pretty much nothing to do with anybody other than the like supervisors. Sig, you can make an observation check as well when you take the ID badge.
Yeah, sure. I need to add. Oh, yeah, it's added my stress.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
So there's
Nice.
a stunt you can do with that, isn't there?
There is. I'm not sure what. Well, so as you take this ID card, you notice whatever it was that tore through Reynolds' throat has torn straight through this ID card, and it's worthless. It's useless. It's been damaged.
Right. So
This ain't gonna get
I
you
got
anywhere.
got a success with 2 other additional successes. So
Yeah.
use those stunts to be able to ask a few more questions.
Yeah.
Whatever did this, is it close by?
Well, the blood's quite fresh, so you would guess that it could easily be, yeah. And you did hear something in the vents, and whatever this was, came out of the vents.
Can I discern the direction that it went?
You can't see any evidence of it exiting the room any other way, so you presume it left the same way it came in, up through the vents.
I'm booking straight out of this.
So
we need to get
Hirsch.
out of here.
So yeah, as you're turning, Hirsch, as your turn to leave, something catches your eye on the desk.
What is it?
So covered in blood, you just make out this red blinking light, and as you turn to look, you can see it's a small handheld comms device, and it's blinking as if there's a message or somebody trying to contact, get through on it.
Can I try and operate it?
Yeah, it's easily done. It's like a mobile intercom essentially, but it's linked between two units.
Don't need to roll anything.
No.
Is anybody there, or is it? Did you say it's a message?
No, it's there's a woman's voice that comes through. Then she says, Reynolds, is that you? You gotta get me out of here. You gotta get me out.
Who is this?
Who's this?
Reynolds isn't here at the moment. Who is this?
It's Dr. Kaminsky.
Where are you, Doctor?
You gotta get me out. I'm trapped in quarantine. You gotta get me out of here.
We'll come to you. We'll come and get you. Stay where you are.
Where's quarantine?
Quarantine is you can check. It's in MedLab.
That's back down to level 1, guys.
She has the other key, doesn't she, to Aria? She know? Doctor?
Yes. So the doctor, she's she's the only other Wayland Yutani rep. So yeah.
Oh,
Right. So
no,
there's
sorry, MedLab is here.
Yeah. So MedLab is on. I think it's on this floor. Yeah, it's on second
Yeah,
floor
it's a
Yeah.
E block,
in E block. So
level 2.
there's all of a sudden there's some rattling noise comes from from the grill in the ventilation shaft that runs across the top of this corridor, and it the grill just suddenly pops open and something drops out, and you can all add
I
an extra
raise my
stress.
pistol at it then.
You what? Sorry.
Yeah.
I raise my pistol.
Is
Okay.
this behind us or in front of us?
It's there next. Right, it drops down right outside of McWeir. So
Oh.
it's this
Ah,
it's this weird sort of spindly spider-like thing with a long segmented tail. Or almost reminds you of like pictures you've seen of like deep sea spider crabs. And it just suddenly launches itself straight at McWeir.
Nice.
So I believe that will be. We can try a bit of combat.
I'll use my blowtorch to remove it.
And McWeir's face.
I don't like her, apparently.
So, if you go to the fist icon, which is the combat tracker, so another thing you can do with the menu of the icons on the top right, if you right click on them, it pops out a window rather than so you can have multiple things open at the same time.
Yeah.
that works.
So, and you should have, if you open the combat tracker, you should see like a little 20-sided dice at the side of you, and you can just click on that to roll your initiative. So aliens tend to be faster, so they usually get to act more than once.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay, so first person to act then is Sonny Sig.
Right. Okay. This thing has it actually attached itself to?
Not as yet. It's
to
kind of.
McWeir.
It's about to attack her.
Do we get any more stress for this thing falling out of the ceiling?
Yes. Did I not say that? Sorry.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I did.
I missed it. But
Yeah, so you should be on 2 stress
I've
by
been
now.
stressed.
Too stressed.
Okay. So I'm not sure what use I'm going to be. I'm here in my trusty lab coat. There's someone with a pistol and also someone with a blowtorch. So I'm just going to back myself off further down this corridor, away from this thing.
Okay, so you can move. It's
Have
like
a look round, maybe for if there's anything else coming. Maybe that's probably that kind of thing.
Okay, so you can move through the zone. So you can move yourself to anywhere within that zone, that entire corridor.
Okay, anywhere in this entire corridor.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll
So
get
it goes
down here.
there, and it goes around the corner. That's all one zone. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's all you're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, it's it. Right. So let's get. So how combat works with aliens, if you're not familiar with, whereas opposed to player characters, they need to try and make an attempt to hit them. Aliens attacks generally automatically hit, and it's just a case of what it does.
Okay.
Okay. So right. Oh wow. So this creature like leaps at McWeir, and so it leaps on and tries to attach itself to her face, and so she tries to force it off, drag it off, like pull it off herself. Let's see. So that's and that will be that. Okay, so she struggles against it, but she kind of wraps its tail around her neck and starts pulling itself closer. She screams as it fails to pull it like remove it from her face. Okay, right, and yeah, it just and she as much as she's trying getting got her fingers behind it, trying to leave it off, it just clamps itself like onto her face, and she like collapses on the floor, like rolling around in almost like as if she's having a fit, she's like in a panic, trying to pull this thing off, and well, that's her go, in fact. So yeah, she continues to do that, and then she basically just like lies still. You can hear her choking. So it's Singleton.
I run straight over to McQueer, slide down on the floor, and I sort of try and pull it off her face.
Okay, you can make a strength roll.
Nothing. I'm not even going to push it though.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so as you pull, you can see it this like prehensile segmented tail that's wrapped around her neck. It just tightens. Sorry?
I am going to push it.
You are going to push it.
Yeah, I'll add one stress and push it.
Yeah.
One success. There we go.
Okay, right. As try as you might, you can't pull it off. You can't remove it, and it just tightens its grip on her even more.
Get on here with that torch.
You can see it's visibly crushing her throat.
Yeah. Can't do any more then.
My God.
Okay, so it's Hirsch.
So, I will try and uncoil it from around her throat because I'm quite strong.
Okay.
So it's just a straight strength.
Yeah.
One success.
So just one on my stress.
Right. Again, it's.
Can I push it as well?
You can if you want. You've already got a success. You already got a success, though, so it's not.
Yeah, if you push
moving.
it, you keep that success and you add to it.
Yeah, more levels of success.
But so it won't. It'll allow us. Yeah. So yeah, go on then. It's up to you.
What do I just press strength again?
Add stress, so you 3.
Yeah. So you click on the push roll thing, and then just add a stress. When you click the push roll, it should do it automatically. In fact. Okay.
Another one. Success.
Yeah. It's like I say, it's clearly strangling.
I'm putting
grip even more.
I'm putting everything into it. I just can't remove it. So I'll get blowtorch and.
Okay, so that'd be next another action.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, next Holroyd then.
Oh God, Holroyd is gonna just rush up and kind of try to move past. I'm assuming this thing is on McQueer.
Yeah.
And
so it's tightly
at this point, I'm gonna try to maybe grab one of the tentacles that's covering the mouth and try to open it up just to let her breathe a little bit because I'm not liking the color of McQueer at this point.
Okay. So we can make another strength check, I guess.
It's close combat, correct?
Yeah. Could you either just a strength roll or a close combat either one.
Yeah, well, it's the same for me anyways.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Right,
You managed to. So you managed to you at least managed to pull away one of its legs, but again, it just all your attempts seem to be just making it worse. It's just clamping onto her and tightening its grip around her neck, and you can see her visibly going blue. It's pretty. It seems pretty. Even with yours, even you can't pull it off. It's surprisingly strong for such a small thing.
Can I use the extra success to inflict a point of damage to it?
Yeah, suppose you can. Yeah, why not? So what are you? So what are you doing? What are you doing with that point of damage?
I'm trying to kind of rip off the tentacle. So maybe one of them is either got a pulled ligament now, or a little bit torn, maybe.
Okay, so yeah, so with that extra bit of effort and your strength, you manage to you pull at the leg, and you can hear the bone snap, and as it snaps, it tears at the skin, and as it does, there's this spray of yellow fluid. Right, so this you managed to like sort of step back, or sort of move back out of the way as you see this, and none of it hits you, but the bits instead it splashes onto the floor, and it instantly the floor begins smoking, and this liquid starts eating straight through the metal panels of the floor. And some of it splashes onto McWhirr's neck and starts burns straight into her neck and severs one of the arteries, as it just keeps burning straight through, and blood starts pouring out of the severed artery on her neck.
Holy shit, Holroyd! What is that?
What does this? This is this is some chemical. It's eating through the floor. It's killing her.
Get away from her.
I'm out of action.
Okay. So the next is this. Well, this thing. It doesn't. This creature. It doesn't do anything else. It's just attached to a face, and seems there to stay. Seems little you can do at this point.
Has it burnt through her artery? She's spraying blood everywhere.
Yeah, so it's kind of so it's like some of this substance has hit her neck, and it's burned into her flesh, and it's severed. It's partially severed one of her arteries in her neck, and she's blood.
Okay.
There's blood pouring out.
Nice.
On
You'll
the
be
plus
fine.
side, it doesn't seem to be doing anything any more aggressive.
Are we still in
This is
combat?
the most passive aggressive I've ever seen anything.
Well, I would say that not really. No, I mean you can do whatever you can still take actions, but yeah, the creature, it's not. It's done. It appears to have done what it set out to do. It's not.
Is she still breathing?
She's still breathing.
No.
She's still breathing, although it's very laboured, and yeah.
Can we try and patch the wound up?
Yeah.
Careful, man! It's covered in some sort of acid.
I'll use my cleaning fluid to clean it off.
Yeah, spray with some of that sip.
No, I'll I don't know, just rip some material up, just something to pad it. If she's breathing, we can't just leave her, can we?
She's severed an artery. She ain't gonna last long. You ain't gonna patch that.
Yes, we can just
gotta
leave
get her
her.
to the med
We
bay.
can just leave her. She treated all of us like a piece of shit, and now she's going the way of Reynolds. We need to get out of here.
I mean, I really don't like the woman, but it's not right. You shouldn't.
Maybe not, but you ain't patching that up. She's bleeding from an artery. You ain't getting to medbay either, Holroyd. We ain't got time.
I can
This
carry
is so
her.
typical. You spend too much time complaining about things and not enough time getting things done. Let's just get her to the med bay. You can't leave.
All right. Do you want to take her to the medbay? You take her to the medbay. I want out of here. Sig?
With you.
Oh, Hirsch?
I don't think we should leave her. Who's in
Don't
charge?
piss around her. We need to get out of here. I like it. Come on.
McWhirr was in charge. She was your senior.
Who was in charge? She's now bleeding out on
I'm
the floor.
torn. I don't like her, but it's not right.
You've got 1 minute to get her to medbay and save her before she bleeds out through the artery. You ain't saving nothing. Leave it.
What do you say, Holroyd?
So while you argue,
Look.
there's like blood, more and more blood like pooling across the floor.
Instead of taking an action to argue, I'll take an action to do medicine to try to stop the bleeding of the artery to give her a little more time.
Okay, so let me medicine roll then. I believe it's medicine, isn't it? Not first aid. Okay, yeah. So yeah. So what's somebody else doing? So Elroyd starts trying to put pressure on the wound and patch it up.
I'm leaving.
You have more than a minute now. We get to the med bay.
I'm off down the corridor.
I'm going to grab Hirsch and I'm going to pull him. Come on, we need to go.
I'll kind of half resist, but then I'll follow.
Okay.
That leaves me with my, I guess, strength to pick up McWhirr and
Yep.
follow them.
Okay.
Have you
Hopefully get them.
have you succeeded in stopping the blood?
I got one success. I don't know how many I needed in
Yeah,
order to get
one's
that
enough.
done, though,
One's
based on the
enough.
severity.
Well, I'll see that you're going to try and carry her on your own,
Yeah.
and I'll change my mind and I'll run back to them and I'll help him carry her.
Okay.
It's just down here, down the block. It's an E block. We can get her to the med bay.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So you managed to patch up, but the injury is quite serious. You've only delayed the inevitable, but it'll give you more
Where
time
there's
to
life,
get her
there's
to
hope.
Yeah. So I've just made a token.
Where there's life, there's hope.
Yeah,
And,
good luck with that.
Okay. And this like I said, this thing just shows no sign of moving either. It's there to stay.
Yeah, while I go past, I just try the doors as I go past.
Okay. So yeah, the doors are open. So these the rooms up on this floor, they're all various corporate offices for the company, like Wayland Yutani reps working here.
I'm not necessarily going in. I'm just looking. I just
Okay.
open the door and look in.
So yeah, as you open doors as you go down the corridor, all the offices are deserted. Some of them are in various states of disarray. But yeah, there's nobody here.
Yeah,
well, I'm while they're doing that. I mean, I guess I'm going slower because I'm carrying a patient, but I'm just carrying the patient and moving forward.
It doesn't slow you down too much, to be fair.
We're headed for quarantine, so where do we go at this junction?
I think we go east.
Yeah, head east.
Okay, that leads you into a junction. There's a heavy and armoured, a reinforced door in front of you, and there's a ladder access in the corridor to your north that leads to the lower level of C block.
Look, we're gonna have to go through command and crew quarters to get to the med lab. We got to get through these doors, see if they're openable.
Okay, they're locked. You can attempt to override the lock if you want with a Comtech.
Yeah, I'll have a go.
Okay.
Can I help him?
So
You can assist, yes. So up to 2 people can assist, and that gives them a bonus dice, extra dice, I believe.
Yeah.
it's Comtech, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
to add bonus dice, if you right click on the skill and it'll bring up a window, and you can add in extra dice and things.
So it's 2, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Every extra person up to 2 will add one extra dice.
And it automatically adds your stress modifier, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
There you go, 3
Wow, boom.
Hey.
So yeah, you got some extra successes, so you can spend them if you wish, in some way.
Let's make it so we don't need to overcome the exact same challenge in the future. But that would just be with the store or the doors?
That would be that particular door. You maybe find it easier to tackle a similar door, but yeah. So yeah, it's unlocked now.
Actually, no. Let's get some new or unexpected information as we do that. That's better.
Right. Well, that's interesting.
How about Oh no.
So, so yeah, there's not really. Yeah. So the doors. Only thing you can maybe pick up is probably what you already know anyway. The doors have locked as part of the automated lockdown procedure.
Okay. What? I'm going to turn to. I'm going to turn to Singleton here. So what's the criteria of the automated lockdown procedure? What scale are we talking about here? You seem to know everything.
Looks like a full colony-wide lockdown here. So shutters, blast doors, the lot. Everything seems to be sealed, apart from that way we got in there. These doors never normally sealed these. So yeah, it looks like we've got a full colony-wide lockdown. That's some serious shit on a full colony-wide lockdown, those things.
I'm liking this even less.
Yeah, but this thing that's attached to McWeir, maybe we get it to the med lab, we figure out what it is, then the colonists, maybe it'll help us in some way.
Maybe. So maybes. Let's get there first.
All right.
Okay, so on this
one.
walkway that you're on as well, there's windows that look out over the colony, over Hadley's Hope. Who's the last two? Who's the two that's on? So it's still on the walkways. Hirsch and Sig, you can make an observation roll as you're passing over.
Or not,
This
as the
walkway.
case.
One together, or
yeah, one together, yeah.
yeah, okay.
Just
cool.
one of you. Whoever you decide between
well,
you.
I've got 0 in observation, so.
You can help me.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay.
Look at
So
that.
Nice.
so some movement outside to the north end toward Billy's bar catches your eye, and there's quite a lot of parts of the infrastructure and storage crates are blocking your view a little bit, but you can see some kind of figure trying to. It looks like they're battering at the door to Billy's bar.
Hey, who's that?
They'll not be able to hear you. You're in an enclosed thing, by the way. If you were attempting to call out to them, that is.
All right, yeah, sorry.
The visibility is dreadful, isn't it?
Yeah, visibility is terrible as well. So, but yeah, this is like this. It's an enclosed walkway that you're on.
So think somebody's trying to break into Billy's bar.
Yeah, you can see. You can see it look like a. You can just make out a figure. Yeah, like, and to all intents and purposes, it looks like they're trying to smash their way into Billy's bar.
Looks like they're on their own.
Never mind that now. Petty thief of a bar? Let's get McWeir to the med lab.
Yeah, let's go.
In terms of stunts, right? There's a few successes there, right? Is there anything in terms of is there anything coming for them? Anything like that? Anything around them that you can tell?
It looks so. Whoever it is, it looks like they're severely intent on getting in there. It looks like they're flown into a rage, trying to smash. Clearly intent on smashing their way through. Although how they'd be able to do that, you don't know, since most all the doors are like constructed out of metal to varying degrees of strength. But nobody's gonna manually just bash their way through one of the doors.
Can we get through?
There's only external access to Billy's bar as well. So to get to it, you have to go outside. There's no internal. There's no way to access it internally from inside the rest of the base.
Is this door at the end of the corridor openable?
It's locked.
Or is it...
It's also locked. This one has is normally locked anyway, and usually requires a key card with security clearance.
Which we
But
ain't
again,
got.
you can attempt to override it if you want.
Sig, come work your magic on this lock. I'll give you a hand.
Okay. Right, here we go. Comtech. Cool. Just one. Yeah, it's only one
So
person
it's
really can
a
give a hand on
hard
that one.
Comtech. This one's a hard Comtech roll, so it's -2 on your roll. So that's minus two dice.
-2. So
Yeah. But
so it's
because
-1 then in all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if Ursh helps us, then it'd be 0.
You can
Yep.
have 2 people help.
You can have
you?
up to
So,
2
yeah,
people
I'll
helping.
help.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll run it as 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you managed to bypass the security and unlock the door. Okay. So the door opens onto the upper floor of B block, which houses all the operational officers and the ready room, and also the armory. So there's several crew quarters here as well.
Any access cards? Anything like that around, which will make it so we don't have to keep slicing open these doors?
If there's anybody in here, any officers in here, then they'd carry a key card. If there's anybody here,
I'm just gonna have a scout around, see if there is anything like that lying around. Have a little walk around, see what there is.
Yeah, I'll check to see if there's anyone in there.
I have got.
I'm running down with
okay.
the patient. It's locked here too. Somebody open the door quick. Doesn't have much time.
Okay, so what y'all doing?
I'm just checking in this room here.
Okay, you're checking in that room. What's Sig doing?
Which route? I'm looking to see if there's any of these access cards around. Is that just a corridor that I'm in at the moment?
Yeah, it's
or do I need?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got 3
Is there
doors
any
in
of these
front.
particular doors?
Got 3 doors in front. The door directly in front of you leads onto a stairwell. One to your right leads into a storage room, and the one to your left leads into an office.
Let's look in the office. Do we need to unlock that?
Nope. You can just click on it. Should be able to just click on it.
Okay. Let's have a look in there.
Okay. Right. So what's Hirsch and Holroyd doing?
I'm helping him carry Quer, and we want to try and get into the med lab with her.
Okay. So what's Singleton? Was Singleton going into that crew quarters and having a search around, or just literally just opening the door to see see if there's anybody there?
Oh yeah, no. I wanted to just go in and have a search round.
Okay. So if you so Singleton and Sig, you can both roll observation rolls. So Holroyd, Hirsch, you can make a Comtech roll on the door if you like. If you want to try and open it.
I'll assist. I presume you've got better Comtech than me.
Yeah, but I'm holding a body, so I'll pass the body on to Hirsch gingerly, because you see, I'm quickly fumbling through a pouch, and I take out a little tool set that I have, and I'm starting to work with that, and I will make the skill roll.
Okay. So Singleton, you can roll.
Can I just interrupt very briefly, just while everyone else is in the room, my character's not there. I just need to just quickly snip out of this room in real life for a moment. So I'll switch the camera off. I'll be back to Hadley, okay?
So Singleton, you need to can you roll 2d6? So to roll 2d6, if you just put forward into the chat box, you just put / R2d6. Sorry?
It's just / R2d6, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So searching through the room, you find the only thing you find of note is somebody's discarded a heavy maintenance tool in here. Multi-tool
I'll take
thing.
that.
Okay. So it if you can use it as well as using it for it can be used with heavy machinery rolls. So search with some relevant roll, heavy machinery rolls that'll give you a bonus. But it can also be used as a weapon as well.
Yeah.
Okay. If you remind me, I'll put one onto your character sheet in a bit.
That.
So Comtech. So all right. You managed to override the security on the door and unlock the door, and the door slides open, revealing the corridor behind. Let's have a look here. Okay.
All right, then I'll continue to move down. I'm not sure if Hirsch or me still has the body. Hirsch, are you still carrying the body? You need help with that?
Yeah, I've got her.
All right, I'll plow forward, make sure that I can open up any other doors. So when you're ready to have us,
so you pass
our next.
Excuse me. You pass another intercom and console station located on that corridor as you make your way down. Excuse me. Right.
Yeah.
So the door into E block is unlocked, and it opens up onto the corridor that runs north south through E block between the med lab. There's also one the office at Lydecker, one of the senior officers. His offices on this is down here, across from the command center.
Okay.
Hirsch, we're almost there. Now, to our right, well, I'll just do cardinal directions. To the west is the med lab. To the east is the morgue. Let me know which one the patient needs. And does she appear to be still alive in Hirsch's? Is the question.
She's still breathing.
Is she still breathing? So,
so
she's barely.
Excellent.
She's still alive. We can still save her.
Think it's here. Ah, crap! It's locked. No, it's not. Okay.
Sorry. Right. Okay. So Sig and Singleton, what are you two doing?
Yeah.
So
Sig's looking around to see if he can find any of these access cards or anything like that in the office.
So there's nothing. There's nothing in here at all. It's whoever's been here is clear.
Right.
The place has been turned upside down. There's no sign of any key cards or anything left in here. Little of anything at all.
Yeah. I'm just going to check the two rooms to the south of me.
Okay, so that so the door opposite the door you stood at, that's the door to the armory, which is a heavily reinforced door.
And I'll check the one opposite.
Okay. Right, so that's another opens into another crew quarters. You can go in and search around if you want.
Yeah, I'll search. I'll chuck an observation.
Okay. So what's Sig doing?
Stress.
Sig's going to try and go and have a word with Singleton actually while the others aren't there.
Okay.
While we're looking around, but Singleton rolled them, so Sig's just walking into the room where Singleton is.
Yeah, so feel free to go ahead while she's searching. Sorry, Jay.
Hey, Singleton.
Yeah, go on, Sig.
Hey, I don't think they get it, really, that everybody's probably dead. There's no way just saving...
Sig, I hate to say it, I think you're right. These two idiots, these two clowns, Olroyd and Hirsch, they're just going to piss around trying to save her. You've seen that thing on her face. You're the scientist. What do you make of that?
I'm a geologist. I study rocks. Look, but that
science, man. It's goddamn science.
Exactly. And that's exactly when the company sent their reps that all this happened. What do you make of that?
Some shit's going down and we're going to be part of it. I'll tell you something now. I ain't having one of them things stuck on my face.
But don't you think I get that. I get that. But we can't save this colony. We can't as hard as it goes, everyone we work with for however long, there's not much we can do about that. But maybe we could take this thing with us, safe, contained. Maybe there's something in that for the company. Maybe a ticket out of here. Maybe a ticket out of places like this. What do you think?
You want to take that shit with us?
I have never seen anything like that, and I'd say that maybe no one else has.
Sig, I've just asked you, we spoke about science like literally 20 seconds ago. You study fucking rocks, yeah? I ain't taking one of them things nowhere. What are you going to put in that? What are you going to put that in? It ain't going in your little food bag.
Well, this the Utani ship, the ticket off here.
Sig,
Just keep it on her. We could just keep her like that for...
Sig, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I tell you what, you need to pack in whatever shit you're smoking, whatever shit's been in this area. The only way you're taking one of them things out, I'll tell you now, is when it's sucking your life out through your mouth. Yeah? You seen what that shit did to Janice? You want that on your face? I'll tell you now, I tap the gun on my holster. The only thing, if that attaches to your face, I'll tell you now, Sig, the only thing that you're also going to get in your face is one of these 45s. I'm telling you, the best bet now is across that door, there's a goddamn armory.
Okay, fuck it. We have it your way. Your way.
If you want to go throw rocks at them and put it in your little knapsack, be my guest. Yeah, but I suggest the only way that we've got any effort, even remote chance of getting off this shit, is getting in there. We get some firepower, and we get the keys, and we get out of this place.
Okay, fine.
You want to
I
take
just don't
one
want
of
to go back somewhere like this again. I don't want to.
Be my guest. Be my guest.
This is just a stop on the way for me, and I'd like it just to be a stop and to be able to move on somewhere else.
Yeah, me
Not
too.
have to
As
come
well.
back to...
Think I want to drive one of these shitty tractors all my life? No,
Exactly.
I want to be up there. But I tell you now, I want to be out of here. If I'm getting up there, I've got to be out of here.
Okay, your way. I'll sort this door out again because that's what I'm good for, isn't it? Unlocking doors.
That's it. You're the key man, yeah? Sig, I'm all for bending some rules. If you find a way, I tell you what, I'll cut you a deal. Yeah? If you can find a way to contain that shit, yeah, and we can get it out here without it sticking on this pretty little thing, yeah, then I'm happy. Until then, well, then you're on your own. But you find a way that we can contain one of them things, okay, maybe we've got a deal. Maybe I'll go with it. Maybe. Yeah, but you better come up with something better. You better come up with something a little bit more rock solid.
Okay. So,
Just like the rest of it.
right, meanwhile, down in MedLab. Right, let's have a look. So MedLab, much like the rest of the colony, looks like it's in disarray. The whole place has been turned upside down. All the cupboards and cabinets have been emptied of just about anything useful, any medical supplies. So this area is contains like the examination room. There's an operating theatre across the hall, and to the north of you is a quarantine, to which there's two secure hermetically sealed doors, and there's also a viewing window into quarantine.
So, take it that's the doctor then. What we can see.
So up again, up by the window with hands and a face pressed up against the window, kind of not don't even seem to have registered you've into the room. You're kind of like looking down. You can see the tracks of old tears down her cheeks, which are just kind of like up against this pressed up against this glass. As well as that, there's a guy. You can see another man. So you recognise him as one. You don't know his name, but you recognise him as one of the security detail. is laid out on the examination table in the quarantine, and is clearly dead. Can't tell what's killed him, but from the like glassy eyes and the open mouth and the awkward posture on the laid on this examination table, is clearly dead.
No
As
visible
well
wounds.
as that, no, there's no visible wounds. No. As well as that, you can see as you get close to the window on the floor, you see one of these crab-like creatures, but it's clearly dead. It's just like it's literally on its back with its legs in the air.
On the other side of the glass in
On
the
the other side of the
quarantine.
glass. But on top of
Can-
that, at the back of the quarantine room, on the shelves, there's like a big specimen jar, and there's one of these things inside this specimen jar, and it's still alive. Because at first it don't move, but every so often it like throws itself against the glass of the specimen jar, and when it does, you see Kaminsky like she visibly like flinches every time it hits. It throws it clatters against the glass of this specimen jar.
Can I lay McWare out on a? Is there a table, a medical table, or a bed or something?
We got to get her in there. I'll while he's doing that, bang on the window, and try to get the doctor's attention and point to McWhirr.
Okay, right. She looks up, and she seems a bit dazed, a bit confused at first, and she kind of stares at you for a moment, and then suddenly, as if she snaps out of it, and she got it. Did Reynolds send you? You gotta get me out of here. You gotta get me out. I got locked in when the lockdown triggered it. I got locked inside.
Can I? What do you think?
We gotta get her on life support. Maybe quarantine. There's a table there. Maybe we could hook him up to life support. Doesn't look like quarantine's been raided like this is. I don't know if the equipment here is going to operate, but it looks like inside quarantine there could be a chance.
Can you do the doors? Get through the doors?
So the doors.
Yeah, I'm in a motion to. Sorry,
the doors on quarantine. They're operable only from the outside, so you can open from the outside. They can't be opened from the inside for obvious reasons. So yeah, there's a little intercom as well, so you can if you want to talk to whoever's in quarantine, you can just a little intercom button, so you can press it like a push to talk thing. But yeah, you can easily open the doors from out here.
We'll let you out of there, Doctor, but you stick with us, okay? There's some strange things going on here.
Yeah, you just got to get out. We got to get out. So we were locked. We were locked in here when lockdown triggered, and she looks over the guy on the table, and then pauses briefly. Yeah, we were locked in.
What happened to Jonesy over there?
There was no helping him. There's no helping him. I had to do it.
I'm going to run back to the door that we came in through, and I'm going to shout down the corridor, guys, quick, come here, med lab, and I'll leave Holroyd. It is Holroyd, isn't it? To talk to the doctor.
Okay. Just have to briefly.
Okay. And so what I'd like to tell the doctor, while nobody's here, is the following.
Okay.
Doc, I'll get you out of here, but you give me the key to the ship, and you tell everybody that the key to the ship is it's in the cargo hold with the ship. You know, I don't know. There's some the SIG guy. He's just in it for himself. He'll do as little work as he can do to get to his ends, and we need to work as a team on this one. And not everybody's a team player. You agree, Doctor?
She nods. She says, "Yeah, the ship. It's the ship. He says, yeah, I've got the key card. We need to unlock the docking clamps." Says, "You're Holroyd, aren't you?"
Yeah, I'm Holroyd. Enough said. You'll give me the key. You know you can trust me.
Right. She nods. Well, get me out of here. Then get me out quick.
Yeah, I'll open the door.
Okay. And I'm going to have to pause briefly as I just need to nip to the toilet. I'll be back in 1 second.
All right.
I'm liking the game so far, folks.
I love the game. I apologize if I interrupted anybody while they were saying something. I tend to do that. I got to try to keep my tone down.
It's hard not to, though, isn't it? There's no little kind of hand up and things like that on this, is there?
Excuse me, Sig, can I just politely jump in and be a prick towards you for a second?
Started straight away with my character.
I said I don't like you. Your cards are marked.
Need to get in that armory.
Yeah.
Well, if someone weren't shouting us to come to MedLab to piss around with a dead body.
Well,
Not dead. They're
as
not
if
dead.
anything in the armory is really going to help us, right?
Yes, it will.
Good. And that's what we got to do. After I stabilize my patient, of course.
Yeah. Of course.
And get your key.
And get my key.
What key? We don't know about that.
What job does Holroyd do? I completely missed that before.
Snake.
Occupation.
Holroyd
He's
is
the
a rough
snake.
Snake. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but he has a little bit of a different role in this one, which is again, I'm not clear if the players know it or not, but
Don't think so.
yeah. So I could spoil the fun if you want to know now, or I'll get to you.
Okay.
Fine.
Right. So sorry. What's Holroyd doing again? What were you saying?
Well, I opened the door. I'm going to try to get the key from Kaminsky. Trying to convince Kaminsky that I'm the only one that could keep it safe from everybody else who wants to just grab it and go. And so that, her mission or his mission can still be a success. And I'm going to get McWhirr on the table and try to hook her up to some life support, so to keep her alive for when things stabilize and doctors are able to come and deal with her condition.
Right. So she, when you open the door, Kaminsky runs over to you, and she starts to give you the key card, and then she hesitates. Says, perhaps I should look after this.
I'm telling you that you can tell them you have it and you'll get it there, but don't let them know that I have it, because they'll do horrible things to you just to get it. I don't trust them. I'm capable of handling it.
Right.
Without me, you can't get off of this planet anyways.
Okay. So she nods and relents. She gives you the key card. She glances at McWhirr. She says, "Forget her. She's had it. She's done." Says the better.
I'll secret it away.
So
but
there's only one thing I can do for her. And she takes a syringe from the worktop in the quarantine room, and goes and starts walking towards where you've laid out McWhirr. She's got a hypodermic.
I'm not gonna stop her from anything. I'm more interested in getting to the other security officer on the table to see if he has an access card that we can use to make it easier for us to get through doors.
Okay, right. So yeah, Kaminsky, she just walks over to McWhirr and basically empties this, puts this syringe into her neck and empties the contents into her.
Pain relief.
So yeah, the guy on the table, dead guy, he has got a security card, but it's only it's just basically a card that allow you access to B block.
I don't know that. Whatever I have is, I'm assuming, better than my own.
Yeah, so yeah, but it'll get you through the doors in B block anyway, on the second floor. If they should become locked again. Right, so to Hirsch. So yeah,
So I'm shouting for them to come.
right, yeah. So yeah, you probably
Might run up the corridor, maybe looking for them, shouting for them.
Okay, so yeah, you two can hear. You probably hear Hirsch. Maybe don't hear him at first, but as he's running up the corridor, you can hear him.
We ignore him because we just want to get in the armory.
Probably when you get to this door,
that's what I'm doing.
most of the doors like auto shut after if there's nobody stood near them. Okay, so you can make a contact to try and override the door.
I'm going to help him.
Anyone can. All right, cool. Assistance, that's good.
1 moment.
Is there a difficulty to this door?
I'm just trying to find it. There it is.
I can try and give you advantage with my blowtorch.
So yeah, it's the same as before. It's a hard contact roll.
So before you start, I shout down to corridor to Hirsch. I'm like, Hirsch, get up here for God's sake! Give us a hand with it.
Okay.
Ah, you want my help?
Let's roll it.
You can roll a 0.
Okay, roll 0.
Let me
There we are.
Move.
Yeah, success.
Okay. Cool. Oh, who rolled stress on observation? Should have rolled a panic roll for that. Sorry, my fault.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't think that. I did, but it's like, would I panic looking in a room?
Yeah, because it's a like 10 situation. Anytime you roll any panics on your stress dice, it triggers a panic attack.
Yeah,
So,
that's the only problem with aliens. You like panic in stupid situations at times, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's kind of supposed to be like the stress levels just building, and maybe something dropped off a ship, whatever, something triggered it off. So yeah, we'll let it. I missed it, so we'll let it pass for now. So anyway, yeah, you managed to unlock the door to the armory.
Okay. Yeah, I'll. Yeah, we can go in here and just grab a few of whatever. I'm not an expert in any of this.
What's in here?
Right, so it looks like the armory's been cleaned, almost completely cleaned out. There's empty boxes, empty shell boxes laid around. All the gun cabinets are open and empty. So everything's gone but you do spot a shotgun and a Magnum revolver be to one side, almost hidden out of view behind a desk. So there's a 12 gauge pump shotgun and a 357 Magnum revolver and you also managed to find 2 full reloads for each.
Do I know Hirsch has been military previously?
Not unless he's told you.
No, I'll only.
Oh, me. We're friends.
I've told Sig. That's it.
All right.
If you pick up the guns, I'll go. Do you actually know how to use that?
I'm happy with this 357 Magnum. Thank you very much, Hirsch. What about you? I don't see any brooms in here. Maybe there's a mop being corner. Do you know what to do with it?
I served my time. I was a Marine.
I tossed him in the shotgun.
So maybe I should take that.
Okay, let's give you some stuff then. So
what do I get?
You might want to see if there's some pebbles in corner, something like that.
You're a scientist. You don't need a gun. We'll protect you. I've got your back.
Where are we? So weapons.
You
Who's
do
got the Magnum?
I'll take that.
Oops. Let's see. So Singleton's taking the Magnum, yes.
Yep.
357 Magnum. Boom. There you go. You got the 357 Magnum, and you've got. Oops, I'll just add you. Give you some reloads. So you got 2 reloads for it. And who's taking the shotgun?
Me.
Where is it? Armat model 37A2 12 gauge shotgun. Okay, and 2 reloads. There you go.
Cool. So on his way out to Armory, well, I suppose we're going to make his way back to Medlab. I put my hand across the door in front of Sig and Hirsch.
Okay.
I just turned to both of them and said, Hirsch, Sig, I don't know about you two, but if you want to piss around with that toaster down there, yeah, that's in that Medlab, Hirsch, you're sucking up to him, ex-Marine guy. I'm sure you've worked with these synthetics before, yeah? I don't trust them. I don't trust any synthetic. I don't trust anything that eats pisses and shits. Yeah? If it doesn't do that, I ain't interested. Yeah? I'm telling you now. That thing down there, hidden agendas, whatever. I don't trust them. Yeah?
I just wanted to make sure McWare got some medical attention.
Stop sucking up to it. You love the toaster. Yeah? If you want to build it with a toaster down there,
Honestly, I don't give a rat's ass about synthetic. I don't. I care about people.
Yeah, we want to get off here. Them creepy things down there, they don't feel emotion, they don't think, they do whatever they're told to do. Yeah? And you ain't told it what to do, I ain't told it what to do, and it ain't a rock. So Stig ain't told it what to do. Yeah? So I'm telling you now, just watch that shit down there because that thing will be behind your back.
We need to get out of here, don't we?
Anyway, let's get to medical.
Okay. So, what's Holroyd doing? Holroyd and Kaminsky.
Holroyd is also. I mean, after I find the key card of this of the security guy, and I'm identifying properly, for to record
Okay.
his death. I'm going to check him, see if he has a service revolver or some sort of weapon on him as well. Whatever I could take off. Maybe he has something hidden in his boot if you need an observation or survive. I don't know what
an observation
role
check.
would be. Sure.
Okay, so yeah, give us a 2d6. Okay. Right. He hasn't got a weapon on him, but he has got a motion tracker.
Oh, excellent. Okay, cool.
So check it over, and it's got 3. It's got level 3 power in it. Left in it. So I shall give you a motion tracker.
Okay.
1 second.
Sure.
Which one is it? There's a couple of different ones. I think it's that's that one. No, that one. It's this one, I think. Yeah. M340. And power level of 3. Oops. No. Why can't I set the power level? Oh, it's probably in the inventory, that's why. Yeah. There we go. So I need to adjust that. Power level of 3. Okay. Rightio. So don't forget to be able to use something. It's got to be in an active slot rather than an inactive slot.
Well, I'm not actually going to keep it. I'm going to well, as soon as everybody's there, I'll role play it through.
Okay. Right. So what's Holroyd doing here? You check that. You still got time to do something. Are you heading back out med lab, or what is it you're up to?
Well, if I'm with the doctor, I'm going to ask the doctor to also help me. Listen, we're going to need whatever you have in that syringe, whatever medical supplies we can find here, and maybe we'll just give it a once over to see if there's any other medical stuff we can find if I have the action economy for it.
Okay. Well, I suppose you can make another search, I guess. Although Kaminsky tells you that the place has been. She's watched people come in and just strip the place clean. She's got another dose.
Right, but maybe inside the quarantine area.
Yeah. So she's got another dose. She says she can put together another dose of this. And there's maybe another med kit in here, or you could probably enough supplies to cobble together a med kit.
All right, fair enough. And I'm going to make sure that when she's out on the other side of the quarantine, that I'm putting all the bodies inside the quarantine area.
Okay.
And sealing it off. Any bodies that are here, make sure they're there.
Right. So I guess probably at this point, so the rest of you are heading down to med lab, yeah?
I'll say that we found the doctor. She's still alive. She's in the quarantine part of MedLab. So we should have the key. She's got the key, hasn't she? She said she got the key. So come on, hurry up. Let's go.
Why is she in quarantine?
There was some security guy out account dead, and I think she'd been given him medical attention. There was one of those crab things on the floor, though, a dead one, in the quarantine. Oh, and a live one as well. I forgot about that. It was up on the. It was up behind.
So you following?
It's in a jar. It's fine. It looks secure.
You following behind, Hirsch? Presume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Hirsch, as you're like sort of maybe trailing a little bit behind the others, and as the door to E block slides shut, you hear a heavy thud against it, something slamming against it, and looking round, you can see this eyeless black carapace of some creature, some kind of creature. You've never seen anything like it before, just like glaring, if it's possible for it to glare with no apparent eyes, and you can as it looks at you, can see its jaws, its mouth opens, and it extends like this internal jaw that it like suddenly like springs out and hits the glass of the door, and as it does, it starts to crack, and you can take a stress.
I will. They run off ahead of me, haven't they?
They're slightly ahead of you, yeah.
Has it put the jaw through the glass?
No, not yet.
I'll just I'll turn tail and sprint after them, screaming. There's something coming through the door. It's big.
Okay. So probably at this point, you all catch up with each other in the corridor.
Hey, Sig here. You're the best qualified to use this. You're the scientist. I'm gonna pass him the motion tracker. You could use this to make sure we have a safe safe passage. We take the safest routes, right?
Okay. I'll activate it.
Okay, just 1 second.
It's got only a certain amount of uses, though.
Yeah.
Push it.
Well, Hershey just told me there's something coming. I want
Let's
to know what
transfer
else
it
is coming.
across. Motion tracker.
I'll be watching back down the corridor.
Okay, so
Walking
let's
backwards.
see. So of course, you all see this this woman. You'll recognise her as Kaminsky, the Weyland-Yutani doctor. She's with Holroyd.
Not the trip you expected.
So you can make a power roll as you trigger the motion tracker.
Power roll. So I just click on.
Just click on the
I
little
need to-
parachute thing at the side of the.
Oops.
That is so cool.
Where's the parachute? The
Is it not? Okay, you click. Oh no, you click on the motion tracker. Sorry.
me close my sheet. Click
Oh
on it.
crap! There are two. Do you see them?
Yeah.
North and northwest.
Do I need to roll this power roll?
Yes.
How do I do it? Because I'm
not doing it?
struggling to.
It's not doing it, is it?
I'm struggling to find where it is I'm supposed to be looking.
I
You're
think
looking
it
at my
automatically
inventory.
does it.
Ah. Yeah, because this is power 3, so. Okay.
Is it triggering?
I don't know what it looks like if it's triggering.
It just roll. It come up with a roll in the chat.
Has it done that? Oh, is it in the chat where it is?
No, I don't see it. It's not. Can't see it. Why is that not triggering? Well, if you just roll 3 dice, and if it comes up with a 6, basically it reduces the power for every 6 that comes up.
Where do you do your dice on this? Just normal dice?
One.
Someone else do it for me, because I can't figure out where I'm supposed to do it.
Right. Hang on.
So you can just go into there you go.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't lose any. which were which there?
It's definitely 6.
Right, so 6.
Okay.
So power, it loses power by 1. I'll adjust it for you. Oh, there you
Thank you.
go. It's the future.
Are the
Oh, it
aliens...
did it there. It did it then. It's rolling power supply roll. Sonia Sig. And again, I must have delayed.
I think I'm ready to do it.
It's rolling loads now.
Delayed.
Okay.
There you
Is
go.
it,
I don't know why I changed the power on it. Edit. Oh, that's it.
Are,
Yes,
they,
to
are
power.
these pings in front of you, or are they behind me? Where's the motion? What motion are you tracking?
So it centers on whoever's carrying it, and it'll pick up friendlies as well.
Okay, so they're behind us.
So it's the one that I've just seen, the thing at the door, and there's another one.
Yeah, and there's another one as well. So we need to move. We need to get out of here.
But just-
Where's Weir? Where's Weir? All right.
Weir is
Weir.
Weir was in the med lab. We can't carry her with us. We tried to stabilize her for when
You changed your
when
tune
the
pretty
rescue
fast.
team comes.
Didn't she make
Sorry?
it?
It's not safe to transport her further.
Right, we really need to start moving because you don't want to
Yeah,
see
let's go. Let's go.
this thing that I saw at the door. You don't want to see it. Trust me.
Okay, so where are you going?
I'm gonna ladders because I'm not going north.
Oh, there's more all round us.
That's
Or is
me.
it just us?
That's
Ah.
us.
Okay.
Pick
You're
up
picking
friendlies.
us up.
I'm not used to this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of cats.
So
Don't say to
Kaminsky,
Kaminsky.
she's just like, because it flies into a panic and starts running.
That's all right.
Right.
Does this take us up to level 2?
You are on level 2.
We're currently on level 2. Yeah, we got to get to level 1, I think,
yeah,
to
it
get
takes
to the
us
ground. No.
Okay. So the motion tracker only you can only see it only lasts for one turn, so you have to activate it every turn.
That's fine. We'll get down to level
That's
1.
fine.
So you're heading down.
We're going up partway towards the.
So the stairwell goes down.
Yeah.
If I'm
we
in
need
front
to
of
get
a
towards the
computer
ship, don't we?
terminal now,
Well, if you want to go back towards them aliens, Sig, be my guest.
Making sure I'm the last person watching our backside. So,
if I'm in front of a computer terminal, can I attempt to again relock all these doors we've been opening, kind of try to secure them again?
You can you can attempt to do that. It'll be a com. Probably so that'll be a hard com roll to do that.
I'll use my tools.
Okay. So Hirsch, you can see
And I'm
something.
not sure if
There's
the-
something like bursts through the ducting above the corridor, drops down into the junction.
say if you're doing something, you need to do it fast. It's coming.
So
All right,
Holroyd,
forget
you
it. We'll
can't
just
push.
go. Forget it. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say narratively it works really well. Okay, if we can't do it, we can't do it. I'm gonna just push on.
Can I see something to actually shoot at, or would I judge it's too far away for a shotgun?
So it's only within one zone. So it's the only other range it could be is pretty much on top of you.
Right, I'll start firing then.
Okay. Right. So we'll have to trigger another combat thing to keep track of what's going off.
You know, shotgun only does half damage.
Oops.
I've never seen one before, so I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, it's
a demon.
Short range. So just roll for your initiative. Okay. So, all right. Oh no, we still need Holroyd and Hirsch to roll.
Where do you go to roll?
It's on combat tracker. You can there'll be the like fist icon, the top right. It'll open up combat tracker.
You're dead.
I'm fine.
Get rolling that D66.
Don't just make this cat's going crazy. Just gotta let the cat.
Oh.
Okay, so Kaminsky's first. So she just almost literally hurls herself down almost throws herself down the stairs, like grabbing hold of the banister and just throwing herself down. Gets down, like, as quickly as she can.
Right idea.
Yeah, so she's gone. So next it's Sig.
I'm going after her.
Okay, right. You charge down and run down the stairs after her. And it's Singleton.
Snap. So am I.
Okay.
They've multiplied. There's 3 of them.
Said that. Good luck.
Is it 3 of them, or is it just one that's got 3 turns?
Yeah, it's got 3 turns. Yeah. They move
Right,
fast. They act 3
You
times.
still.
So,
Punch
Holroyd,
it.
what are you doing?
Holroyd doesn't want to leave Hirsch behind. Is there a way I can assist Hirsch in moving faster down, like catching up to us?
You could grab him and just pull and just drag him along, I suppose.
Right. Okay. I think mobility might allow me
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
if that challenge is good for you. So I'm gonna get to him and then kind of rush him out of here. I'm not leaving my buddy behind.
Okay. Yeah, by all means. Right. So yeah. So Holroyd grabs hold of you. You can resist him if you want by making an opposed mobility check, or you can let him drag you along out of the way as this thing comes barreling down the corridor.
I'll because I'm not expecting him to grab me. I'll let him grab me and pull me.
Okay. So yeah.
I think he'll have a chance to resist.
So Holroyd, yeah. So Holroyd drags you over to the stairs. So you're both going. You're going to continue down. You can make, because you're just making 2 actions. You can just go continue down if you want.
It's not coming around the corner, has it?
Not yet. It goes next.
I'll go down, but I'll make sure I'm watching for it coming after us.
Right. Okay. So you're all led down. Fair enough. Let's go back down to the bottom level. Oops. Let's get rid of that.
Let's hope these things are bad at climbing stairs.
Okay, so that will bring us down. Okay, so that brings down here. Right into the geolab. Right, yeah. So this brings you down by the geolabs on the first floor of E block.
At home.
So, right, as pretty much as soon as you manage to get, as soon as you come down there, this thing comes, this kind of rattling noise, like chains being dragged against the metal floor, and this thing comes like snaking down the walls and scuttles across the floor, comes charging straight at you. So it's got more actions as you. It's gonna go again. So somebody's gonna catch it, I'm afraid.
Where's Kaminsky?
Do we need to roll for initiative again? Clear it out.
No, because it's still got actions from the same round.
Okay.
It acts 3 times. It gets to act 3 times, so it's got one last action. So it's going to go for somebody. Let's see. Somebody at random. Okay, so it flies straight at Hirsch.
You can block it.
So yeah, you can block a melee attack because you've not used all. I've used all the action, but anyway, right. So it attacks.
Be a new round, won't it?
No. So it's still got an action. Yeah. Okay, right. You're lucky. So it just seems like it's playing with you. It don't. It knocks you to the ground and drops down. So knocking the shotgun out of your hand. And it just stands over the top of you, just drool dripping down from these like metallic teeth that line its jaws. Yeah, and you can have another stress level for that, and making an immediate panic roll.
Oh,
Was that to me?
Yeah, it is.
My computer's having a day off, so I'm on 5 stress. So how do you make a panic roll?
So you click on your character sheet. You just click on on stress.
Right. Straightforward.
Oh wow, that's lucky. So yeah, you just rolled a 1, so it's +5 because if you put your pointer of it, shows you break down the roll. So you got +5 because of your stress. Because you rolled a 1, you managed to keep it together. So you
I'm a
managed to keep your
marine.
keep your nerves barely in check. Okay, so now it's do initiatives again. So it's unfortunately it's reset the track. So moving down to this floor.
Oh,
Okay.
come on. 3. That's not too bad.
Okay, so Holroyd, it's you first.
Yeah, well, conveniently somebody dropped a weapon right close to me,
They
so
did.
I'm grabbing that from the floor
Okay.
and I'm firing off into this thing, try to push it back.
Righto. Okay. So I think it's a quick action to grab something like that. So yeah, a quick action, then a slow action to fire. Yeah.
Yeah. So if
So
it's a slow action,
yeah.
there's no penalty, or is there a bonus when you use it as a slow action?
Get a bonus for it. Just your action.
Oh
anyway.
no, that's only if you use a fast action to aim. Okay, so
Yeah.
no. But I
Yeah.
use the fast action to pick up a dropped
Yeah.
item in zone.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna roll my combat.
Yeah. So I put the gun in your inventory, so you'll be able to trigger it from there.
Oh,
Hard miss.
Oh wow! So you can push it. You can. No, you can't. No, you can't.
I cannot.
Can't push it.
I can. Let me just see if there
Reprogram.
is a. Yeah, and you know, I'm just gonna like kind of have the shotgun in my hand. Hopefully, somebody can grab it out, or I'm trying to see if dropping it is a free action, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I'll move my turn over.
Yeah. Okay, so next it's it again. Is it?
It's me, isn't it?
Oh right. Yes, it is. Sorry. Yes. It is.
Could I retrieve my shotgun, please?
Yep. So that'd be a fast action to retrieve it. Yeah.
And does that still allow me to fire it?
It does. Yeah. So firing's a slow action. Yeah. So yeah.
Probably won't, would you? Because one of you're already knocked down on floor, so surely one of your actions has got to be getting up or whatever. Anyway.
Well, if you want,
I'll lay down and shoot it.
Yeah, you can lay down and shoot. You can shoot it from where you lay on the floor, I suppose.
I missed that. So what did it do? It knocked me down.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
knock
you down.
it just knocks you down to the floor, and then just standing over you, just drooling and like menacingly.
Any damage?
No.
Let me give you a shotgun back. Just a minute. Let's switch it back again.
Yeah.
So drag it up from there to there. Oh, you've got it. It's still in your inventory.
Did I take any damage for being knocked down?
No, there were no damage. No.
Um.
So you just click on the shotgun, and it'll do the business for you. Oh, right. So that's two it. So every you've got stunts you can perform. I mean, obviously the obvious one is extra damage. So every success you can add extra damage. But you've got two panic dice. So that means you just empty the entire clip into it, just like ah. So
do I get more stress?
No, you don't take any more stress.
No.
Don't take any more stress.
No. So it
You'd
gets
roll the stress.
Okay. So it's so the blast from the gun hits it, but some of it's like chitinous armor absorbs the some of the blow, but some of it like blows a chunk of it off, and this yellowish green fluid, the same that you saw come from that like crab creature, sprays out from where you've hit it. Oh, but luckily it goes everywhere, but on neither it hits you or Holroyd. And it just sprays out over the wall and starts burning into the walls. But yeah, it looks doesn't look very fazed by that.
Oh, I bet I scared it.
So
Don't give it stress.
so next it's Kaminsky. So she just runs. She just runs up the corridor. Get rid of that. See that. So then it's Sig.
Is this the Geolabs?
The
Where we are.
so the door to the Geolabs is here just here.
You're home.
Yeah, I don't know if
You're
there's anything that is kind of remotely dangerous that could use an improvised weapon in there besides rocks and core samplers.
Yeah,
Is
there
there a
might,
laser core
there might be a
sampler?
little sample, you know, one of them tiny little hammers for tapping down samples, but no, there'll be
No,
nothing.
that's not going to do much good. Okay, cool.
But
So
you can
yeah, I
search. You
think
can search anywhere for any zone can be searched for potential like items. So you might be lucky, you might not.
I'm going to chase after Kaminsky. You know,
Okay.
I want to. She's the person that's got the pass. She's also the person that's got the pass to maybe a better life in the company.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. So let's make sure I'm keeping an eye on her. Oh, what else am I doing?
Well,
I think she went up this way, didn't she?
yeah, she's gone straight up there. You can see her at the far end
There.
of the corridor. So that's all one zone. You can move to anywhere on that zone.
Right.
So that all the way up there and to the left and right there, and the entire corridor is all one zone. Okay, so it's it's it again. Right, so it attacks Hirsch again.
Can I, mate?
Oof. Oh wow. So yeah, it locks you with a hypnotizing gaze. So despite it having no eyes, so it's the creature.
It's got no eyes.
Yeah, the eyeless as it may seem, it stares deeply into your soul, and you are mesmerized by the dread beauty of the thing, and you stand in awe of what nature or God or the devil has created. Gain 1 stress and must make an immediate panic roll.
It's not a demon. It's an angel.
Correction. He lies prone in awe.
Oh, you're like prone in awe.
I'm kneeling to it.
Yeah.
I think I should have had 7 stress, shouldn't I, before? Was that right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had so yeah.
I had 5, and then I got 2 stresses. So do I?
No, you don't get any more for that. You don't add stress.
No.
All right. So I'm on 6 then. With
Yeah, you're 6
You'll be
now.
on 6 now.
and roll stress.
Yeah.
You can only
Another
get 10,
1.
so you're all right.
Another 1. I'll be fine.
Ooh, right, panic condition.
Been-
So, right,
Okay.
so seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot as possible. You are allowed to make a retreat roll. So if you're in engaged distance with something like you are with this, you can make a retreat roll to stop it getting a free attack on you. You're allowed to make a retreat roll if you have an enemy at engaged range. Your stress level is decreased by 1. But the stress level of all PCs in short range increases by 1.
This one, cheers.
So
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Welcome.
You're all in short range because you're in the same zone.
You'll have to move, mate, because my map has gone skew with. It's
Right.
just,
Okay, so
But-
well, tell me where you're going. You're going to look for somewhere to hide.
I'm presuming I'm moving away from it, so as far away as possible.
Your
And
next action to move away from the danger and find a safe spot. So yeah. So that way. And like I said,
why
this is
would
all...
him?
Well, wait. That's on his turn, no, not immediately.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's-
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
So it won't be till next time round if he survives. Alien's got another action.
It has got another action. Right. In fact,
why would I run away if I think it's an angel?
maybe it just terrified by the its
It'll
almighty
lick your face.
beauty. Okay, so the something bursts through another of the vents and drops down right in front of Singleton.
Yeah.
Right, Singleton, you're gonna get attacked. Oh, so right, so this thing lunges at you and swings round this big prehensile tail and revealing like a vicious-looking venomous spike. Let's see what it do. So it stabs you with it, and you take a point of damage.
Yeah.
And it pulls you as it hits you with its tail. It pulls. Yep. So it hits you, and you feel this venom being injected into your body, and you must make a stamina roll.
One success.
Oh dear.
Right.
Okay, right. You can feel this like venom coursing its way through your veins. You can feel like cramp. Your muscles starting to cramp up, and it takes all your effort to actually keep moving. But other than that, it doesn't do anything else.
Good. Am I still connected to it?
You're in engaged range with it. So, but no, it's not connected. No, it's not connected to you now.
That's all right. Sorry, so I can't run. No, I just wondered if the tail had stayed in. But if I'm in engaged range, I can't run away anyway.
You can make a retreat mobility roll to try and get away if you're engaged.
But it gets to free attack.
If you fail it.
Yeah.
Right. So next is the one by Hirsch and Allroyd again.
No, it's me, isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh no.
Ah.
Because it's yeah. So the one that attacks Hirsch now. Again. Oh my god. Okay. Right. So it so yeah, the one it's the one towering over Hirsch. It just suddenly lunges forward, reaches down and grabs hold of you and lifts Hirsch up as its inner jaws start to emerge from its mouth, poised to strike.
They're trying to kiss me.
Right, you need to make an opposed close combat roll.
Oh, I'll kick its ass.
Grabs hold of you.
So skills.
Close combat.
Close combat, yeah. Oh, I've got loads.
You should be pretty good at that. There you go.
But not when I roll
Not
like that.
good enough.
Can I push that?
You can indeed, yeah. So you place on
you
yes
must.
to push it.
How many stress did I roll?
Don't matter. Just click on it and it'll add a stress.
Yeah.
All right. So close combat. Wait.
No, just click push.
Yeah.
It'll do it.
Push.
Right. So you got a
Three
So you gotta roll a
successes.
yeah 3. You got total of 3 successes, but you've rolled a panic, so you need to make a panic. Because if you panic, your panic roll might cancel out your success.
Will do now. You get like 11.
Oh. More
A marine.
So apparently level increased level 12. So you scream. So you fight, yeah. So instead of fighting off, you just scream your lungs out for it. So Hirsch just starts screaming and doesn't stop.
I'm trying to scare him. I'm screaming.
So you lose. So you keep screaming for an entire round. You lose your next slow action, but it's kind of cathartic. So your stress level goes down by 1. But every friendly character who hears you scream must immediately make a panic roll.
Nice.
Right.
Panic drop item. So Singleton, anything, whatever's in your hand, you drop it.
I'll drop my magnum.
Okay. And your stress level increases by 1. Sig, you start trembling uncontrollably. So all your skill rolls using agility are at -2 until you manage to lower that panic level. So if you look on your sheet now, it should say that you're panicked. So until you get that level down, you'll be suffering from that panic effect. So yeah, you're
Use
just
your
like you're just just trembling uncontrollably.
Well, I think we've got this.
So it's Singleton next. So you've dropped the magnum on the floor.
Yeah. I'm in close combat range anyway, aren't I, with it?
You are, so you can make, like I say, you can make a mobility roll to try and, if you want to like make a safe retreat from it.
I will do, because I'm not going to fight it with a pistol. Mobility. One's up there.
Okay, so I think it's opposed. Okay, so it let me just double check. I think it's an opposed one, that.
If not, I'm going to push it.
Sorry?
If not, I'll push it.
Yeah, 1 second. I think it's an opposed roll. 1 second. No, it's not opposed. No, it's not. Okay,
Alright.
so you managed to get away. So engagement. So well, even if so you manage, regardless, you manage to get away. But if you fail, it just gets a free attack on you. So yeah, you move.
Yeah.
So you can move.
So I'll leg it down in the corridor then.
Okay.
On my second action.
Right. So it's next round. So it's back to Holroyd.
Well, I want to ask Game Mother permission not to execute my personal agenda at this point, because my very, very, very close buddy Hirsch is right there. And as I said, where there's life, there's hope.
Yep.
And Holroyd is going to attempt to pull his buddy out of it. So I understand Hirsch is in the alien's hands now, right?
Yes. So it's actually got hold of him at the minute. Yes.
Right. Is there any detritus or debris around that I could like pick up, like something big
go on,
and
make
heavy?
an observation check. See if there's something that just happens to be lying to hand.
Probably a shotgun.
Well, no, the shotgun is there. I ended. That's plan B in case. But want to see if there's something. Okay.
A tug of war between an alien and an android.
So no, you didn't see anything.
So I will grab the shotgun, and I'm going to use it as a bludgeoning instrument to attempt to get Hirsch free.
Okay. So just a close combat roll then.
Straight close combat.
No bonus, and it'll. 2 minutes success.
Well, I mean, the item itself might give me a bonus, a single roll, as opposed to doing it with my hands alone. But that's up to you, and it didn't succeed.
No. Well, I know like a lead pipe, sort of lead pipe, and gives you. Yeah, go on. I'll let you have a, I'll let you have a bonus. But if you get too many successes, it might break the gun. So
I'll roll a single one more.
Yeah, it's just a single one more. Yeah.
Anyways, okay, that's not as useful as I thought it would be.
No.
But grabbing and attacking are both my actions.
Okay. So, oh my God, what's this?
I think Singleton should take everything back that he said about synthetics.
No chance.
Save me.
Not yet.
Oh.
He's still in his death grip. I want to see you roll that D66.
66.
Go on then, what's Hirsch doing?
I can't do anything, can I? What can I do?
Yeah, you can try and get away from it. Yeah. Close combat, so you can just try and break out of it.
Can I try and do close combat?
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. There's nothing. Yeah, it's got hold of you. Nothing stopping you attacking it while it's got hold of you. Of course, that might not end very well. But
am I on the floor still?
No, it's picked you up.
All right. Can
So
I ignite my blowtorch and shove it in its face?
Yeah, you can try that. Why not?
That might as well.
So it's inactive at the moment, so it'll cost you an action to. It's a
Yeah.
slow action to equip it, I believe.
So does
Yeah,
that?
so you can equip it. You can equip it and use it.
All right. I will do. So I'm not going to try and get away. I'm going to try and.
That'll be
talk.
your turn.
Yeah.
That
mean I get? Does that mean I get to attack it this turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try. I'll do that then.
Slow actions are equipping, and your fast action will be use it.
So if I click on close, I need to put in.
Click on your blowtorch.
I need to put it into active, don't I?
Right click on it to move it.
Put it in active, and then click on it, and it'll use it.
It's not. I'm trying to drag it across.
No, just right click on it. You don't drag it. Right click on it on the name.
I'm doing. It's not doing anything. Oh no, sorry, engage. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Then do close combat.
No, then just left click on the name.
Yeah, just literally name of the item you're using.
You want to click on the item.
Yeah, I am doing, and nothing's happening.
Good roll.
It's engage. It's there. It's took its time to move across.
There you
go.
There you go. Two in a panic. You probably roll a panic then.
So it's rolled twice. So you take the first one then. So yeah, you need to roll stress because you've rolled 3 panic results there.
Come on.
Oh, you're all right.
Yes. Yeah. Fast action to draw a weapon.
So
you got to flee to a place of safety.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you done it. Right, so you can't take anymore. You must flee to a safe place and refuse to leave it. You won't attack anyone and won't attempt anything dangerous. You are not allowed to make a retreat roll. If you have an enemy engaged range when you flee, your stress level is decreased by 1. But every friendly character who sees you run must make an immediate panic roll. Permanent trauma. Make an empathy roll at the end of the session. Oh, that doesn't make any difference. Because they're not going to be, and that's not going to carry over. Anyway.
So, because of that panic, I don't actually hit it.
No,
that doesn't
happen.
No,
yeah. So you just panic instead.
On your next turn, you've got to run to somewhere safe, like into a room or something like that, cowering corner.
Yeah.
Probably dead if it's got 3 goes.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's still got hold of you as well.
I'll need to run. I'm sacrificing myself.
Okay.
Kaminsky.
Yeah, it's Kaminsky. Oh God, where's she going? Right, she just like runs, keeps going north. So that's 2 zones. There we go.
Does she have access to get through that door?
It's it opens. She just hits the button and it opens.
All right, cool.
So the ground level 1 floors of that block, they're not locked. Okay. So then it's Sig.
Straight after her.
Yeah. So you can use both your
Just hit the
actions
button.
for run moves if you want. So you can move up to 2 zones if you use both your actions up.
Yeah, I'll do that. Oops. Going through a door or something. What am I not doing right? What am I not doing here? I'm going through a wall or some car. There we go.
Yeah, I'll drag you through. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Into room. There we go. Into second zone. So you can be anywhere. Put yourself anywhere in that corridor. Right. Next, it's which one is it? It's this one. So right, God. So this one that's got hold of Hirsch. So it's still got hold of you. So it opens its outer jaws wide, and the deadly inner jaws lean out, gnashing in anticipation before snapping forwards. I need to roll it again. Where's it gone? Right, so yeah, its jaws like dart out, biting into you. You take two damage. Oh,
Dead.
yeah. So its jaws like just punch through your skull, killing you instantly.
That's just rude. I'll die then.
Yeah. So
I
that
think you turn into Dr. Kaminsky.
yes, you've got a lot. So you've gained ground. You've
We got that.
You just teleported out
You're an alien.
so yeah.
Astral projection.
Let's give you Dr. Kaminsky.
But where's she running to? Because she can't go anywhere, can she?
She's
Don't know.
she's heading for the shuttle.
Waiting for somebody else.
Yeah.
I think these are the north, isn't it? To get out, from what I can tell from the very distant look of the map, people who've got the actual book might be able to have a better idea than me.
Well, don't forget you've got in the journal you've got your copies of the
Yeah,
plans. You can check them anytime. You don't have to be a.
Well, I have been doing, but I just can't read it because they're so tiny.
So it's basically in the top left of the map.
Okay.
It's where the
Yeah, getting out the
ATC
west
is
block
the air
where we
traffic
begin
control
is bad.
center. Sorry, Jay.
Oh, sorry, I was just mentioning going out that west airlock is the best route there, you would know.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to go down to another level to be able to get out there.
No,
No, that's on ground
We are
floor.
on
you can see on the far left of the map, that's the west airlock there. And then just north of that's the air traffic control.
All right, but I thought there was a there's a gantry or something here, isn't there, from the plans? And you have to be on the level below to be able to go through it. I mean, we could go over the top of it. If you have a look at the plans for level 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, to get across there, you have to be on the upper level to get across that gantry.
Yeah, you need to go up a level.
Which might be
Yeah.
why Kaminsky's just running straight north.
Well, that's why I'm running straight north.
Okay, so yeah, that's that one done. So this one charges. Right. So this one runs up here. So it runs up, catches up with Singleton, and then it doesn't go again, and then it's the other one. So so this one it carries off. It grabs hold with while it's still got hold of Hirsch, and it just runs off, drags him off up the stairs.
Hirsch has the reloads. His weapon is useless.
Add the reloads.
You have the 2 reloads.
Right, next
All right.
it's Singleton next. Last one this round.
Then I am going to I'm going to run north.
So you need to. Are you going to just run, or are you going to make a mobility? You can use one of your action. You can make a mobility. Otherwise, it's going to get.
Having close combat on it.
Yeah, it's engaged with you. Okay, that's you need to make a stress roll.
Whoa.
Roll it.
Panic condition. Oh my god. Okay,
Nice.
seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger and find safe place if possible. You're allowed to make a retreat roll. So you managed to successfully get away from it. Anyway, but yeah, so you're going to go and look for cover. Just going to run and hide, try and hide.
Yeah.
You can see the description anyway, can't you?
Yeah.
Your stress level goes down by 1. Friendly
Bonus.
NPC, so there's nobody else in short range that counts, so nobody else gains any stress.
Hey, I resemble that comment.
You're just playing it cool.
Surprised these aliens have made it last this long.
So yeah, you can still move.
Right. Well, I'll just run. I'll run north then.
Okay. So you can make but it's still got both your actions, I believe. It's just that you have to make a mobility as part of
Yeah.
the move.
Let's see where I'm going. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna adapt it.
Okay, right. So it swings back round to Holroyd.
All right. Well, if this shotgun also had the butt bandolier with a reload, then I would send my slow action to reload it while spending my fast action to catch up to the rest. If it doesn't, then I just use both actions to catch up.
Yeah, I think. Well, Hirsch had the shells, didn't he? So I imagine.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah. So there were loose shells, so they'd probably been in his pocket.
Okay. So, in that case, I think that allows me to get to.
So you
Well,
can
I guess
two
right
zones.
behind
Yes.
the alien.
Well, actually, you can if you're just using both your actions, you can move 2 zones. So that entire corridor is just 1 zone.
Okay. And I know they went through north, or
You'd be able to catch up with us.
yeah. Well, there's no other way for them to go other than into rooms. So yeah, if they're escape, you know the layout, so you know they're not probably unless they're playing chicken and hiding in a room. Yeah, that's the way out, basically north.
Right.
So getting to that mid corridor. That's as far as you get.
okay, very good.
So next it's not Hirsch. Next it's Kaminsky. Hirsch 2.
I'm just going north, am I?
Well, that's the way she was heading. So she knows. So yeah, you know, north is the easiest way out. It'll take you through, take you past the post room, through the communal offices, and to the north airlock.
There's a set of ladders where we are now. There's a set of ladders.
Whereabouts?
Is it in front of me?
Past this door.
There's a stairwell up onto the upper floor to your right.
Yeah, just as you go through that door.
I can't move my token, so you'll have to move me.
Can you not? Can't even see where she is. Oh, she's there. Where are you going then?
Oh, it's in that room to your right then.
Wherever the stairs are, if is that what I'm looking for, the stairs?
Is that?
I think
No, it's up to you.
Yeah, it's in that room.
Which one am I? Am I the middle one or the front one? The front one.
The back one. The one that's
the back
slightly
one.
different.
That's why I couldn't move.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the stairs then. So
okay, so you're going up to the floor. So that'll be 1 zone above bottom of the stairwell. Top of the stairwell will be set as second zone. Now where you going? You're going upstairs.
Whatever's the escape route to
Well, you've got 2 choices. You've got 2 choices. You can either go head north, which takes you to the north airlock, or you can go upstairs, and then you're going to have to cross through B block, B block, and C block, which will take you to the west lock.
Which route would the character take?
She was heading north. She was taking the direct route north.
Right, so I'll go north then.
Right. Okay. So
Not do the stairs. I'll do what she would do.
There you go. So yeah, you're in the corridor passing there. So the post room is the colony post room is to the room to the right. No, that's much help to you. As you want to send any letters at this point?
Sorry,
No.
can I just ask a point of clarification?
Yes.
The west airlock and the north lock are on the same level, correct?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
All the locks, all the main airlocks are located.
You just need to go down to level 2 to be able to go to the west. You've got to go down from we're at level 1. You'd have to go down to level up to level 2 to be able to go through the gantry. But we can to get out of the west, or we can stay on this level and go to the north.
Yeah,
No.
we're on level 1, so you've got to go up to level 2 to get across to C block to then go down to West Gam to get to West Airlock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to go up, go
Okay.
across, and down.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, much as all the I suppose there's chemicals and stuff. It was cleaning stuff, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, we're just
Nothing
cleaning stuff.
flammable, maybe. It wasn't anything kosh. But yeah, so I'm just going to go north. I'm going to follow the Kaminsky because she's the ticket out of here. Literally, she has the ticket to get out of here.
Okay, go on then. Go ahead.
In my mind. So.
Okay, so so that's Kaminsky. So that was Sig. That was Sig, wasn't it? It's just moved. Yeah. Right. Next, it's this thing. Where is it? Come here. There we are. Oh, that's gone. That one. Let's get rid of it. In which case, it's this one.
Unknown combatant.
So yeah, it's gonna keep going. So that's how. Right. So yeah, this thing comes through the doorway and it pauses briefly as it reaches you, Holroyd, and it basically spends an action like just kind of stuttering. Like it pauses briefly and just studies you. Like you get this almost get the sense it's like sniffing at you. So it doesn't do anything else at the moment.
If I had emotions, I'd feel violated.
Unknown combatant. What the hell's that?
It likes your smell.
Right. Okay. So next is unknown combatant. So we'll remove that. So it's probably not going to talk. So it's Singleton. Finally, at the end of this round.
Right. So for my first action, I'm going to move to there.
Okay.
And on these doors, can I shoot the control locks for the door?
So these doors haven't got the just standard doors.
Okay.
They've just got panel like push button. It's possible to use Comtech to rewire them and try and lock them.
What about my multi-tool that I picked up?
I think that gives you a bonus to com rolls, doesn't it? Oh no, the like wrench thing.
Yeah.
No, that's that'll not help you with com rolls. No.
Okay. I think my Comtech's terrible anyway.
But yeah, you could basically rewire, like Hudson does when he paralyzes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I am gonna try it on this door.
Okay, so that'll use your slow action.
That's my second action.
Yeah.
No, failed.
You can push it.
I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna do it. There we go.
Okay, right, yeah. So yeah, you seal it, so you can use them to you could use them successes to make it increase difficulty or unlocking it.
Yeah, I'll use all three to make it as difficult as possible to unlock.
Okay. Right, so it's back to Holroyd then. Fourth round.
All right. I can use a fast action to move through a door or hatch, which
Yep.
I'm going to do, and then I'm going to use my slow action, Comtech, and lock it with the tools.
Okay. So the xenomorph, the alien, he doesn't make any attempt to attack you as you move away from it.
Okay. And hang on. I need to add. No, I'm wondering if I just use the tool, if that will allow. I'm just going to try something. I'm not sure if it.
What is it?
If it works or not. No. Okay, I'm just going to put.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it just gives you. I think it just gives you the bonus, doesn't it? Okay. Right, you managed to seal the door.
Okay. And since these guys don't use Comtech to unlock it, if I could use my next bonus as a bonus for unlocking or locking the next door.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
And I out of action economy.
Okay, righto. So, I think it's this one. Yeah. So, yeah, this creature just starts battering against the door. Disconcertingly, the door actually shakes as it rams it with its head, and you could swear you can see the door buckle slightly. Right. So next it's Kaminsky or Kaminsky.
Keep on running. I'm the dark blue one, aren't I?
Yeah. Theodora Kaminsky.
So I'm still going north. Okay. I want to let me go north. That door locked?
It's not locked now. You just click on it to open it. Oops.
Ooh. And I
Okay, there's
go
another
to the other
shortcut.
door.
Yep. Right. So this door leads opens into A block where the communal offices are.
Can I open the door as
Yeah, it's
last
just a
thing?
normal door. Yeah.
Is that my go? Is that 2 sections?
So where were you? There. One. No, 2 sections are to move into the next through that door. Because the door's open, or kind of, you can just like do it for free.
Oh, it's everywhere. Far enough.
Well, you can. That entire corridor is one zone, so you can move yourself as far along that corridor as you want.
Right.
Okay. Right. So beyond this door should be the airlock. Right. So next it's Sunny.
Right. Okay. So thinking of trying to do something clever in some way. But no, I think I'm going to run up. Is it actually possible to kind of pause and go after Singleton to
You can stop, and
right?
wait, and go and move yourself. You can use, well, it's an action.
Yeah.
You can adjust your position in the initiative.
Okay.
And change your
Well,
initiative.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that just yet. I'm going to just
I
run
believe it's an
up
action.
to this computer terminal up here, like you through to there. Okay. So is that one move or two?
So each
To get
area,
to
each
get to the
corridor is
computer.
separated. So where were you? Sorry.
I'm down just before the
So this.
it's follow the corridor down. So
Yeah.
it'd
So
be
for
2
each door,
moves to get where
each door that's
Kaminsky is.
separated, each area that's separated by a
1,
door is a
2.
zone essentially.
Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna leg it up. I'm just gonna get up here to this bit. I don't really want to escape without us.
Rightio. And then it's I presume it's that, is it? Oops, I don't want that cheat up. Okay, so yeah, this thing starts battering the door again. Right, so Holroyd, the door visibly buckles again, and it starts coming coming apart at the frame. And last this round, it's Singleton.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up with the other two then.
Okay. Okay, right, and then it's next round, so it's Holroyd again.
All right, Holroyd is using his fast action one more time to move through the next doorway.
Okay.
And I had a thought.
Okay.
Instead of spending the action and risking the roll,
Yeah.
And because I listen generally when the game mother talks, will the guard's key, section B, be enough to lock this? Or will it just, is the guard will it just be enough for me to open the next door that they
It
locked?
would
like
lock
they
it,
tried
but
to
not.
lock me in?
It's the doors on the next level up. So it's this block, but the doors on the next level up.
Ah, so it has nothing to do to open or close these
No,
doors. It's only
no.
okay.
All
B2,
these
not
are
B1.
doors. All the doors on B1 are standard doors.
Okay, so I take back what I said.
Okay.
I didn't listen very well to the teacher. All right, so I'll use
You
my
listened.
my slow action to attempt to lock this door again.
Okay.
So, fire 1.
Okay. Yep. Right. Lock the door.
Right. Well, at least it's locked. Okay. Excellent. I
Okay.
passed.
So next it's that. So yeah. So it's another try bashing the door in again. All right. Don't get through this time. Okay. So it's Theodora Comiskey.
So open the door.
Okay,
Then
you open
it's-
the door, and as you open the door, this one of these things is like sat sort of crouched in the by the door to the airlock, and it sort of raises up, towering above you.
And I turn tail and run back the other way.
Yeah.
back into the others, screaming. Oh dear. So yeah, and then run past them.
Seem to remove.
Right. Okay.
There you go. Where was she? She was.
That's a controlled, stressed action.
Oh yeah, some stress for that maybe. I was kind of expecting it.
Yes, it would be a stress. Yeah.
Okay. So this is where it's going to get complicated. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. What I would like to do. Okay. Well, Yutani, this scientist treated us like shit before, but she's got a key that we need, right? What I want to do, and this is more than what my actions are, is to be able to get that from her and shove her straight back to that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, and I'm trying to think how to do it. So this key card, is that normally like a badge?
It's
Or-
it's kind of like a laminated you know, like you see people walking around in colleges and things with like a laminated
Yeah.
badge on a
So
lanyard.
she got that clipped to her right now, then?
You could do like one action to snatch it off her, then another action to like push him back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do
You can't see it
if I
actually.
can.
Push him.
Right. Okay. What I'm going to do is grab her first of all, and use manipulation to say, "Where's the badge?" This is the only way you're getting out of here. Where's the badge?
Oh, okay.
Where's-
Holroyd has
where's-
it. He took it off me. Don't have it. Holroyd
You
has
didn't even
it.
have to roll.
Act like a wet Kit Kat.
You're no use to us then. I'll shove her in. Shut the door.
Can anybody fly? Can she actually fly the thing? Can anybody fly?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a pilot. That Singleton's a pilot. It can drive.
Right.
Anybody can try to fly.
So
She's always entertaining.
so yeah, she's getting shoved back.
All right, so
to
it's
this
a
thing.
opposed mobility check then.
So it's a check.
Mobility roll.
Oh,
Agility.
sorry, agility. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Oh,
Agility
I'm
or
at
strength,
-2
you can
for that,
use
there's
whichever
no
you
point.
want.
Strength. Let's use strength.
So
Agility, 'cause she's got loads.
Okay.
yeah, so you can use whichever you want.
Why she's been so
Sorry,
fat.
I was confusing then. What happened?
Take your first one. Success.
Oh, was it me? I just hovered over it. I don't know. Do you want me to do it again? I
No.
couldn't tell what was going
So
on.
you rolled.
All right. You failed.
You failed. You rolled a panic dice, so you got to panic, and Kaminsky like just pushes you out of the
Right.
way, and you panic. So you got to make
Oh,
a
I can't
stress.
push it
Sig,
either.
Sig, you've got to make a stress roll. Yeah, you can't push it because you panicked.
Minsk is
Finding out that Holroyd has the key has made you extremely stressed.
Minsky.
Do I get more stress now? By the
No, you
way?
don't get more stress. You have to make a stress roll. So you just click on the stress thing because it's triggered a panic.
Minsky had
Alright,
only
just
got
click on
one
that.
stress from seeing the creature, but I presume she had a lot more. What's been happening? Her,
It probably loves her anyway because she's probably got an alien inside her.
yeah.
Okay, so
I got a 3 then for that.
So your panic level is increased by 1 step. Drop time, so you drop whether by stress or confusion or realization that you're all going to die. You drop something, and then your stress increases by 1.
Inventory.
I decide.
Drop the med kit.
I decide what you drop.
Oh.
Actually, so
It's a my you to tech it, whatever it is.
let's see. Yeah, let's get rid of that.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Well, it's probably in your hands. Right then. So that's your actions, then, isn't it? So next it's this, right? So it's the other one's trying to continue to try and smash its way through the door. Right. So this time it gets through the door.
Oh.
Okay. So last, it's Hannah again.
Well, now I know that's there, then I'm going to run back down the corridor to the post room.
Okay.
Which is that? I can't work out where it is.
Post room is between block A and block B.
Yeah, is it next set of doors down?
Yeah. It's
All right.
It's here.
Yeah. So I'll go there, and then I'll go there.
Okay. Right.
Just quickly on that, I need to leave at that point.
Oh, the time you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
For me, just there.
Okay.
Oh, I think. Yeah.
Only because I'm up early in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, similar thing here, to be fair. So it's.
My alarm's set for 4.
Not quite that early, but I am on call the next couple of nights. So that's, I suppose, working. It's good fun.
Okay. Well, I suppose we can try and pick it up another time then, and finish it off.
Oh.
Oh, it's up to you what
Yeah.
you want to do.
I'm happy if you want to
Count me
take
in.
control of my character. If you want to finish it off.
Well, it's down to you all. You can all make a joint decision on what you want to do.
Well, in terms of how much more there is of it, that's the question, whether it's worth picking up for another session, whether it's actually better for the people who want to be able to play through to continue to play through. Now, I could probably play an extra half hour.
Okay.
I don't know about other people.
If I'm happy if you want to take control of my character, so I don't mind. If people want to finish it off.
To finish it off in half an hour?
We can certainly try. It's yeah. It's close, isn't
I'm happy to sort of die anyway, so
I think we're all going to die. I mean,
I'll leave
Well, I
it
mean,
in your hands.
If the choice is between playing and not playing, I'm always game to play. But when it comes to having a player missing, then my option would be if indeed there will be a second session that maybe will extend into another adventure, then I'm certainly willing to wait for that in order that a missing player can actually join and the invested time in the beginning also be able to enjoy the end of it. As hard as it is for me to say it as a player who wants to play.
Carry on playing for me.
No. I'm just kidding. Really.
I support that. I mean, if it's a case of that we can come back and make something more of it, and there's another session we can have, then that's good. It'd be 2 weeks till I can do that, though. So
Right.
Finish it off. I tell you what, finish it off in next half hour.
I'll tell you what's going to happen, though, really. What's going to happen is we're going to try to finish it off in a half hour. We're going to fail at doing it, and then we're going to regret not having waited for you to be able to play.
That's it.
You're too valuable a player not to have in the game.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
it's a
it.
great role play from you, Andy. It really is. It's been good fun.
I've played the other ones. I've played like the Destroyer of Worlds and things like that anyway, so bits and pieces. So you guys, honestly, finish it off. I don't mind. It's fine. Phil can kill me off in some good horrific fashion.
I can take over your character if you want.
Yeah, take over your character.
Doesn't count unless you roll your own 64 or 65 or 66.
That's it. It's got to be above 50, so I'm happy then. Yeah.
I'm going to reduce the number of characters and see if John will play a third character this game session.
But yeah, kill me off with fiery death, Phil.
Okay, fair enough.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Catch you later.
Nice to get in with you.
Very
Yeah,
well.
you too.
Okay, I'll catch up with you later, Andy.
Yeah, no worries. Cheers for that. See you in a bit.
No worries.
Okay.
Right. Send
Where
it
are
to a
we?
fiery death. Lost the tracker. Where's it gone? It's had Singleton gone? I forgot who Singleton is. Oh,
think
that's
so.
that's Andy, isn't it?
I've gone to post room or something, haven't they?
Oh yes. So
Yeah.
it's back to it's back to Holroyd.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if Holroyd knows or doesn't know or is going to try the card on this door, seeing as it doesn't fit.
So
or
yeah, there's no card access, but somebody's overridden the door and locked it. So you'll have to use a Comtech to unlock it.
All right. I'm going to use the extra one that I had for the other one because I believe this is a more difficult one.
It's same kind of door. Ooh, it's a good job.
I am not opening it, so that's end of my turn here.
Well, you carried
This is
over,
where I
that
make my stand.
That success carries over though, doesn't it, from the one that you're keeping?
Yeah, but he used the extra 2 to provide extra
yes,
locks,
he
so
did.
the
Yeah,
difficulty
he did.
level is 3.
Yeah, he did. You're quite right. You're quite right. Okay, fair enough then. Right. So next day. Right. Okay. So it's this. So yeah, you can hear the thing. It's the creature bashing up against the door behind the back down the corridor. It's got to go up to the next door. My chin is mine. Right. Next, it's Kaminsky.
Well, not sure what she would do because there's no point going back the way we've just run.
It's the only way out. Well, unless you hide and throw it. Well, it's up to you.
Where did Singleton go? I wouldn't have seen where she went.
So she went south. She went down. She went down back south.
Well, I just want to get as far away from the thing that I've just walked into, so I'll just run back down the corridor.
Okay. So it's 2 zones.
Plus,
2
I know
zones
that whole
Go on. Sorry.
got there without the key, am I? I'm not going anywhere without the key, so
No.
I need Holroyd, don't I?
Yeah. So that'll get you to. I'll move you down there. So that'll get you to there. So yeah, the door is the door to the post room. One of the doors to the post room is open, and you can see Holroyd on the other side of the door to the south. So Holroyd, you can probably see. You'll be able to see Kaminsky as well. So you can't.
She was able to open the door?
She's not got. So she's moved 2 zones, so she hasn't got any more actions left at the minute.
No, but the door isn't open here, correct? Unless.
No, the door that you're behind. No, so she's going to this corridor the same corridor where you are, or rather the corridor ahead of you.
Okay.
So she's on the other side of the locked door.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Should be able to open it, shouldn't I, next go?
Yes, you would be able to probably, yes. Because you're on the door side of the door that when it was fixed. Okay, so it's Sonny then. Sig.
Okay. So Sonny's lost his mind here. Kaminsky is the company which runs this show. Has treated him like shit. Everyone's going to die. son is going to die, so he's going to do something very vindictive. He's going to go to this computer terminal here, right, and try to do something which. Let's see what we can do. So, let me think. I'm going to. There's aliens on the other side with Holroyd, isn't there, of this door?
Yeah, but you won't be able to see that.
Well, yeah, I knew that they were
But you know
behind
there's
us
one
anyway.
down
To be
there
fair,
somewhere. Yeah,
We were running away from them.
yeah you
so.
do. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't see it, but you know there's one back. Or there was one back there. Yeah.
yeah, there's one behind me anyway. I suppose maybe the first thing I'm trying to do is lock this door behind me
Okay.
with the alien, right? Using the computer terminal.
Okay. So the doors close automatically as well.
Okay, but can I lock it?
Yeah, you can try and lock it from here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's Comtech.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay,
that's a failure, isn't it? Because
no, it depends on the stress. It depends on the stress roll. Depends on the stress roll. If the stress roll gives you an action, which probably will because your stress, your panic level's quite high, isn't it? But yeah, so roll a stress roll and see what it says. It'll tell you.
3.
3. So you freeze. So yeah, that overrides it. You freeze. You're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing the next slow action of your stress level. Your stress level and stress level of all friendly PCs increases by 1.
Okay.
So that's
cool.
But nobody else is in range to is close enough to suffer that. So yeah, your stress. You just freeze up in panic, and in your stress goes
Okay.
on. Okay. Which one's this one? This one. Right. Okay, so this one comes through the door. And yeah, so it comes through the door and attacks you. So it grabs. So yeah, right. It comes running down the corridor and leaps, launching itself through the air, and attempts to grab hold of you. But somehow you manage to, maybe in your fear and your panic, you sort of cower to one side, and it just like it completely misses and goes skidding down the corridor.
Okay.
So strange. So actually, that's what got in your favour because it's now past you. And finally, it's Singleton. So Singleton is she. So yeah, she goes upstairs. Goes up onto the next floor. Let's see where she's going to. So it's back to Holroyd again.
All right, I understand that this door is still locked, so I will attempt to do the Comtech again.
Okay.
Add the one for the toolkit. No, I am still here.
Oh.
So as I'm wondering if there's a quick action. I'm assuming these are all slow actions, so I couldn't use a quick action to try again.
No.
Okay, so I don't think I have a good quick action. Is there anything that was dropped or that was left in this corridor that I could use a fast action to pick up and just use as a tool?
Again, you can you're allowed to make an observation check when you're
Okay.
on the off chance there is something. Oh, there is. Yeah, gives a 2d6 then.
Okay.
Probably not much use. There's so you notice like to one side near the where are you? Yeah, to one side of the corridor behind some other rubbish that somebody's dropped. You see a med kit. Probably not
Yeah,
much
that
use.
somebody dropped. Exactly. All right, I'll use my fast action, grab it. That's it.
Okay.
Who knows?
Right, so it's this one. So okay, so right, so this is trying to continue to try and bash the door down. Okay, right, so batters the door, but doesn't manage to get through it as yet. And which one is this one? Is that the same one? No, it's this one. Okay, so yeah, so this creature scrabbles around and gets picks itself up off the floor and rounds on Sig. Right, it swipes at you with its tail. I think it's striking you, and you take a point of damage as it spears you with this tail, and you have to make a stamina roll, as you can feel the venom coursing through you.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow,
a failure because I rolled a.
So
That's right, isn't it? If you roll an alien, it's a failure. So
No, it's not.
what does that do?
So it's so you need to make a panic roll, but it won't. Basically, it's telling you now how long you can resist the poison.
1.
Okay, so you panic, so you're going to use your next action to seek cover.
Okay.
I forgot about yeah.
Do your existing panic things remain, or does it change what you have to do?
It does until you it stays there unless you get unless it increases to a higher one.
Okay. So I am -2 agility, and I've lost my slow action, and on top of that, I've got
So
to
slow
seek
action
cover.
was just
Is that
for the
right?
slow action was for just the next turn.
Yeah.
So that was
Okay.
just a one. You just lost your next one. Then it goes.
Okay.
But yeah. Right. So that's that. So it's Kaminsky.
Go to that door. Open it.
Okay.
I'm talking to the other side, don't to open it.
Yep. So you've opened that.
Doctor, good to see you. We must make haste.
I'm going to scream in your face. We need to get out of here. There's an alien at the airlock. Where do we go? Where do we go? What about those stairs there?
Oh, shut the door.
Thank you. Open the door, close the door.
So yeah, so you know that you can get up through. You know that you can get up through the post room up onto the next floor, and there's actually access to a disused office across the walkway that has an exterior door.
Doctor, there is an alien at the other side of the corridor.
All right, so we're going up those stairs, yeah?
Yep, that way you headed.
If I move again, I'll close the door.
Which stairs are you referring to?
It's a little door here, so I.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Then go in there.
So what are you doing? You're waiting for So okay, that's that. And then it's Sig.
Okay, so in terms of, would I be able to use my ability to try and get out of here faster or not?
To do what? Sorry.
So what I'd like to do is to be able to put myself through that door which the alien came from. And to try and shut that door. But I appreciate that I've lost an action, a slow action. Would I be able to use mobility to get myself up there faster?
So you to get away because you're engaged range. You just use a mobility to move away from it without getting attacked. But you haven't lost your slow action. That was a previous one.
All right. Okay. So what I want to do is use mobility to be able to get up here and shut this door to the north of me, so then I can head out. So I'll use my mobility then. In which case, mobility. Oops.
Panic.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do. I was meant to take the difficulty, but I failed to do that anyway. So,
So yeah,
because I
another
got 2
stress roll.
aliens and 1. Sorry?
So it's another stress roll then.
Yeah.
So you
And I
still
failed to do that action.
you still it doesn't fail. You've got successes, so you still you
okay.
still done it, unless the panic
Yeah.
roll cancels it out, which he does. So you just like scream. You just stand there screaming.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, your stress level's decreased by 1 though. Get it out.
Okay.
Bit of scream therapy.
When can I use my coat to
Your coat.
my lab coat to be able to reduce my?
So you can basically when you're in a safe situation, when you're not
Yeah.
under attack, you can take an action.
Okay.
You just take a turn rather to do it. But yeah, you can't
Okay,
like
cool.
hug your coat when you're getting ripped to pieces.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
So which one is it? Okay, sorry, it's attacks you again.
Okay.
Okay. Right, so it tries to swipes you with its tail again, but it somehow manages to miss you.
Okay.
Right, and oh god, is it going again? It is. It goes again. Oh no, it's not. It's the other one. Let's try through the door. Oops. Alright, so that's still trying to bash its way through the door, and it's back to Holroyd again.
Holroyd will move through and to keep the doctor safe, attempt to lock this door.
Rightio. So contact then on that one.
Yeah. And I haven't been good with contact until now, so let's just hope. No. All right.
Okay, no, so it's not locked. But you can see
Correct.
the alien. It's still trying to smash its way through the other door yet.
Actually, could I just use the one that I had from the other? That extra one?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, why not?
Okay. All right, then it's locked, but I won't
Right.
take movement.
Okay. Right then, so then it's, which one is it? It's that one down there, so that's trying to bash its way through the door. And still not through. And so next it's, so it's this one. Attack Sig again. God. Okay, right, it leaps. It leaps at you again, launches itself through the air, grabbing you and hitting you for you take 1 health damage.
Okay,
And
so now I've got to do the test, haven't I?
which test? Sorry.
Oh, I'm down to 0 health.
Oh right, yes. So yeah, you got to do a roll critical, yeah. So you click on roll critical button.
Oh, I can't run,
busted
can only crawl.
kidney.
That is the end for me.
Busted kidney, fatal. Oh, he last a day.
Yeah.
Got
You
to.
get-
We
you
could
get
give
to
you a
the med bay.
transplant. Get you a transplant.
I'd say I've got a medipack myself, I think.
Yeah.
So
Healing time
if I
10
can at least
days.
get, if I
Can't
can at
run,
least
can
get
only
clear,
crawl.
then
Yeah, so if you can crawl out of the way.
yeah. Okay,
It
cool.
don't look good.
No.
It does not look good.
Right, and it is over to Sig now, isn't it? Oh no, it's Theodora.
It's Theodora.
I'm at those stairs.
Yes. So, yeah, you clamber up the stairs as quickly as you can. At the top of the stairs, you find oh, I've forgotten the name. Character's name. You find Singleton, just laid on the floor. Her eyes are open, but she appears paralysed.
Well, I'm ignoring her, and I just want to get out of here.
Okay. Right. So let's see. Let's move you up onto that floor. Things are taking a toll. It's all slowing. It's starting to get a bit sluggish. Right. So pull you onto that floor. And back down there. Does it reset the? Yeah. So you're just ignoring heading down the corridor, yeah?
I would imagine so. I don't think I'm going to stop and administer first aid.
No.
I'm like a stout cloner. You're not going to hang around.
No. Don't give a shit about her.
I'm pretty sure she won't give a shit about me. So.
No. So it's back to Sig.
Okay, I need to crawl out of, put some distance between myself and this. I don't think there's any place of safety I can within. What is it within crawling distance?
So maybe you might be able to get yourself through one of the doors into one of these offices, or you could get through the door at the far side to the north airlock, which gets you a bit closer
That's
to the north.
where I'm trying to go to
Okay.
maneuver again, but I'm -2 maneuver.
Yeah.
Does it automatically take that in? Do I have to just? No, I have to modify it.
So it's you don't have to
right,
you don't have to make a thing. It's just if you have to make a mobility check. Oh, you have to make a mobility check because it's engaged with.
Yeah, I have to be able to get. Yeah, so it's -2.
It is. Yeah. So trying
and
to crawl away from it.
roll. Right. Okay, that's good, isn't it? Is that a success? 3 successes and
so
an
you got a
alien.
success, but you still got a stress. You still got a stress. So you got to roll for this stress.
I get a stress from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Still got
fine.
a panic roll. So your stress don't go up. You just get a panic.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
So regardless, you still get away.
Indecent. 4. What is that?
So flee. Can't take it anymore. You must flee to a safe place and refuse to leave it. You won't attack anyone and won't attempt anything dangerous. You are not allowed to make a retreat roll. If you have an enemy at engaged range when you flee, but every friendly character. So yeah. So you were making a retreat roll as it was anyway. So you managed to. In fact, so you don't bother to try and retreat safe. So you just crawl away in a panic. So it gets a free attack on you.
Oh, it does. Good.
Yeah.
Kill me now.
Cool. So that happens before or after you do your action?
As you're crawling away, it attacks you.
At the same time. Okay, cool. Yeah. So he's got his attack on me, and then I'll.
Yeah. So it flicks its tail round and stabs you again with the barbed edge of its tail. So that's another crit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So.
Severed arm. Oh my god!
Can't use arm. Ouch. Okay, cool.
Fatal -1.
By the way, don't believe that. It's not that you can't use the arm. You can grab it with your other arm and beat the alien with it.
Yeah, you've got a weapon now.
Improvised weapon.
Genius.
It's a very handy tool. Had to be done. Sorry.
Yeah, hit it with your fist, but on the other.
Yeah, the other fist, the spare fist. Just checking what that -1 is.
Cool. Xenomorph next.
It does say you can't use your arm, but you can. You can use it.
Okay, so that's the one down there. So that's trying to break through the door. Oh god, no successes. That's still stuck behind the door. And then
like a titanium door, that one.
it's just rolling crap, yeah.
Armored.
Oh, there we go.
Armored door.
So it's through now. Oh. Okay, so it's back to Holroyd again.
Holroyd is actually going to use his one action to get up the stairs.
Okay.
And did you say that that we saw Sunny here?
So you haven't seen it. She's up on the next floor.
Oh, she's up
or
on the next
rather,
floor.
Singleton. It's Singleton up on the next floor.
Singleton is on the next floor, so I don't see that yet. So
No.
I'll go up to the next floor and react when I see her. If I see her, I'm going to grab her in my arms and continue on as much as I can.
Okie dokie.
Otherwise, just following the doctor.
Loading times are slowing down a bit for some reason. Okay, so pop you there. I'll need to drag you up onto that floor. So yeah, you clamber up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, you see a paralysed Singleton just laid out on the floor, and Dr. Kaminsky is running down the corridor, down this walkway.
Doctor, I told you, without teamwork, there was no way there was no way we're going to survive. And I'm going to grab Singleton.
Okay. Okie dokie. Right. So it's it's not Hirsch. He's dead. So now I've got him on the wrong tracker. I've got to get switched between the floors. So
yeah, we split the party for you, special.
Yeah. So I think we'll deal with this bit of combat, because this bit of combat is now moving quicker than yourselves. Kind of essentially out of this bit of combat at the moment. So let's find out what happens to poor Sig.
Actually, split his character.
Yeah.
Why have you dropped out of the? Oh right. Okay. So yeah, that's why. So you as you try and continue to try and crawl towards a hiding spot as this thing's slowly approaching you. Your muscles in your arms, your legs, your back, your neck, everywhere just suddenly cramps up. You're racked with this intense pain, and you just can't move. You just can't move, and you just have to lay there as you watch this thing just inexorably just approach you, and it leans in, and you see its jaws open, and then that's the last you see.
Cool.
Fortunately, you were paralyzed by its oh, actually, no, it doesn't actually kill you. Sorry, no, it doesn't kill you because it's paralyzed. Yeah, so it
it'll
it
just take
carries
me
you
down
off.
and lay
Yeah,
eggs in me. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna
There we go.
carry you off and turn you to take you to the hive. So yeah, takes you
That
to the
was
hive.
quite chilling.
Okay. So, in which case, we're back here. Yeah. So let's end that combat if it's still open.
I'm gonna leave now just because it's 11:30.
That's fine.
And I've got a long day's work. Okay. And good luck to you. I hope you both get out. And the company lives to fight another day.
It'll have
They
gone.
will.
We'll get there and it'll have gone.
It was on our plane with you.
What is it? The company scientist has clearly got one laid inside her anyway. That's going to be the epilogue. Anyway, see you later. Thanks very much for letting me join in.
No problem.
Okay,
Good time as well, mate.
See you later, Alex.
See you later, Alex.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Okay. Right. Let's speed this along. So what you doing? So you hear a scream echoing up the stairwell that sounds suspiciously like Sig as you pound your way across this walkway and into this like I said, there's this disused office, and there's a stairwell that leads down from this to the ground floor of this disused office, and there's two on the ground. Oh, let's just move you down there, I think. So on the ground floor there's two exterior doors. Let's drop you in there. Let's move it back onto there. I'll drop you in. So who have we got surviving? We've got Holroyd, and we've got Kaminsky, and Singleton. Okay. If you can see that. Oops.
It's oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Let's remove those duff characters. So yeah, so you're in this. It's like just an empty, disused office. There's 2 exterior doors, both are locked.
I'm just trying to see which map are we on? Which level?
So you're back on level 1.
Level 1, and these 2 exterior doors.
Yeah, if you double click on your character in the active directory, it should take you straight to it. I think. Oh no, it won't.
No, I see it. I just don't know in relation to the base where we are. I mean, my character knows, I don't.
So it's
I see. Okay.
Yeah, just south.
So
Next
we
door
have
to
to head
Billy's
through.
bar.
And Billy's bar, yeah, is right above us.
Which door
Okay.
do we want, left or right?
So they both lead out.
I think all roads lead to the corridor. This I know. So
yeah, both these doors open to to outside.
Skills. I've got 2 in contact then, so can I try and open one of these doors?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Can you assist?
Sure. Grab the assist.
What stress should the doctor be on?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll set that. Yeah.
She should have. I would imagine she'd have a fair old bit.
Yeah, there we go. She's got. There we go. She's got 5.
You do it on my thing. Have you just done it?
I've done it, yeah.
Right, well, let's just. Right, so yeah, I'm going to do a contact then.
Okay.
So if Holroyd is assisting, it'll be.
So yeah, you just right click and add a bonus dice.
Bonus dice. Right click. Okay. Oh, so there's a panic stress roll as well. Contact. Roll a 1.
Nice.
Okay, keep it together. Yeah. Boom. So yeah, you get you unlock the door and open it. You're hit by blasts of wind and dust blowing in through the door.
So, what direction do we go in now? North.
So the landing pad and air traffic controls to the northwest of you, on the other side of the wall.
Okay, but we're on. No, we'd have to be on level 2 for that. We are on level 2. So
you're on the ground floor.
Oh, we are on level 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying there are blast doors to the.
So there's a cross that runs across the north side of the colony. There's a big wall, but it's only like a partial wall because it's essentially just a giant windbreak to protect the colony from the worst of the worst of the storms. So to get to the air traffic control, you just basically head north and then follow the wall to the left.
Oh, so we're in the outdoors now?
Yeah, you're outdoors, yeah.
Oh, perfect. So then, yeah, this is the way.
Okay, so as you pass as you pass Billy's bike, you can see the doors being ripped open, and you can hear noises inside, but you're not from the sound, from the way the sound, you're not sure if it's something you want to investigate.
No, I don't think so.
Doctor, is this something you want to investigate?
Nope. Let's go. Let's go.
So yeah, you can get between the gaps in these buildings as well.
So we better cooking a left down that alleyway
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, you can head.
Yeah.
You might just be able to see the corner of the corner at the end of the wall. The ATC's literally just around the corner of that wall. So let's just say you move. We're not going to make you move the tokens bit by bit. So let's just say you make it you make it round there to outside to air traffic control building.
Huh.
Okay.
Air traffic control is behind that wall. It's over here,
Yeah.
correct?
In fact, I think we've got an extra map for that, I believe. Let's have a look. Yes.
Oh, it allowed me to open the door here.
Slightly bigger, different scale of map. Sorry, I've not brought. Where are you? Oh, right there you are. Okay, this scale of tokens is a bit off on this map, but
Okay.
okay. So you can see the company shuttle on the landing ramp. There's a fuel loading area off to the right. There's a few warehouse buildings surrounding the landing pad, and the comms array to your left, just to the left of the air traffic control building.
Do I know where I have to? You mentioned something about using the card.
Okay,
to
so the
access
card,
ship?
the card unlocks docking clamps that's on the shuttle.
Okay.
So you can see there's like basically the big clamps that stand over the landing gear and hold the shuttle in place.
I'm gonna urge everybody to get into the shuttle. I'm gonna tell that Doctor, you didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Sig, but you don't happen to have a motion tracker on you?
I don't believe I've got anything. No.
No. All right. Well, I've got this stick that you would load with ammunition, but right now it's just a stick. Does the card also gain us access to the shuttle?
It does indeed.
All right.
So basically, they use it on the door, and it disengages the clamps as well.
Okay. All right, Doctor, we have our mission. It's not over.
Okay. So you're reopening the shuttle?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, kind of predictably, I suppose, as the door slides open, one of these crab-like creatures drops from above the door and springs out towards you. So it's not aware of anybody. Doesn't know if anybody's going to be out. Right, so it's going to be completely at random.
How has that got in the shuttle?
Ah, good question. Oh, actually, yes. So that's a good point, actually, because I believe. Oh no, she doesn't know about it.
If I'm already impregnated, this one probably wouldn't impregnate me, would it?
Well, it won't. It won't when it yeah. So it won't in the long term. So it might. It might when it doesn't know. It might attack.
Dragon, you're carrying Singleton? Is it Singleton that you're carrying?
Yeah. So
I think-
it tries to attack Holroyd anyway.
All right, very good. I guess I have to declare first that I'm going to use my fast action to block it.
Yep. And it completely misses anyway.
All right. Well, my action.
So
is
yeah,
burned.
you managed to. So yeah, if you want to make you can make a make the block roll, and you might be able to knock it away, I guess.
All right. That's just a general strength.
It's
Or
a
is it
close combat.
combat?
Yeah, close combat. Yeah.
Any bonus for the stick?
Yeah, because it's +1 for the stick.
All right.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So
All
you
right.
managed to. Well, what do you do? Well, I'll let you tell us.
Yeah, I'm going to position it the knockback in a way that will facilitate everybody else getting on quicker and easier on board.
Okay. So yeah, you probably knock it back, knock it out, maybe knock it back and hit it against one of the warehouse, the side of one of the warehouse walls.
Oh no, I'm launching it way up into the air so it smashes onto that little antenna on the comm array right to the center.
Okay, yeah, out the park.
Yeah, home run. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever he lands, he lands.
Right. Yeah. So what we're doing? So it's getting on board.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So clambering on board, you find two shuttle crew prone in the seats, lying in the lap, one in the lap and one at the side of the seats are two of these dead crab creatures, and the two crew are just unconscious in the seats.
Try to administer first aid to revive them.
Okay, what's Comiskey doing? So Comiskey, you recognise they're screwed. They've been impregnated.
Holroyd, we need to leave. They need to go.
Okay, do you have pilot or do I'm trying to pilot? Or we still have what's her name who could pilot? No.
She's incapable of. Is she a pilot?
Ah.
Yeah, she's incapable of.
Well, I can make a best effort.
Yeah, she's the pilot, but yeah, anybody can attempt to pilot it.
What would it be? Wits.
It is. Let me just check.
Piloting in the skills. Check your skills tab.
We Oh no, I have got one. I've got one in piloting.
Yeah, so you just
Perfect.
click it. You just click on pilot, and it'll just does it regardless of whether you got any points in it or not.
Yeah, but I've got one in it.
Oh, so
I've got a bit of agility.
Nice.
Stress.
yeah. So make stress roll.
Break the joystick.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, keep it together.
Nice.
Okay, right. Right, I didn't expect that.
I'm gonna survive.
What a story.
I didn't expect that at all. Right, so yeah, you managed to close the doors. You managed to lift the shuttle off. Well, you tell me.
We are we two pilots? They're staying on board. Yes.
You didn't kick them out by the sounds of it.
I mean, I doubt Holroyd you would want them kicking out. So we just need to get off the planet, don't we? So yeah, I just I'll start it up and just get out of here. Get off the planet.
Okay, and I believe there's where are we?
Again, my personal agenda says I know about the alien ship and why Miranda is here. So I'm here to make sure that as long as I'm doing my best to help everybody else, that I'm getting that done.
Okay,
Right.
so sorry, go on.
I was just my thing. It's I've been working with this Miranda on the corporate team for years. No personal agenda ever. No.
No, it's not.
No.
They were basically just trying to get recruited. They turned up to so they essentially intercepted a signal from the company and decided to try and get there ahead of them and try and score some brownie points.
So they hadn't been sent by the company.
No, the company was sending somebody, but they didn't. Reynolds had intercepted it, and so she recruited Kaminsky to come with her and get some samples. And
we've done the company a favour then, haven't we? We've got
you have
got some
mission
samples.
accomplished. You have plenty of samples.
So if you as a final thing, if you look in the journal, there'll be a folder with a epilogue, and there's a little sign off for you to your adapt in your own words if you like.
Oh.
I could not get the journal to open with the other character, and how's this scenario?
You see it?
The fifth icon, isn't it? The journal.
It's the what?
Which icon is it? The journal. It's the book, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the book. Yeah.
Oh, I've just got Alien rule book, starter set rules, Hope's last day.
Yeah, Hope's last day scenario.
Yeah.
If you open the Hope's last day, there should be one in there. In one of the folders, it should say epilogue. And if you open it up, there's a signing off.
Now found the video message, which I couldn't find before.
That was way cool.
Oh, good that video. Yeah, it's good that video. You found it, John?
Yeah, I'm just reading it now.
All right. You found it, Jake?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah. But read it off for posterity.
Yeah. If both of you, whether one or both of you want to read it off, it's up to you. Signing off.
I'll let you do it, Holroyd.
All right. Well,
You are the only surviving original
thank you. It's
member.
an undeserved honor, but I will. This is the final report from Hadley's Hope. Holroyd reporting. The colony has been overrun by monsters. Of the 158 souls residing, there are only 2 that have survived. The rest, well, I dread to think of what has happened to the rest. I can only hope they were given the mercy of a quick death, but I doubt it. If you receive this message, do not attempt a rescue. Stay far away and inform the Colonial Marines as soon as you can. Only they can handle these monsters. This is Holroyd, signing off.